tool to
Right,
show
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
As long as you
You would only
broadcast it to
need-
others, you can show
Yeah,
it.
you'd only need it if it was like if it was persistent, then maybe you'd want something like to put down. But otherwise, the cones and stuff are pretty good.
Yeah, that's
only-
honestly the only one I need right now.
Okay.
The only time I can imagine a cone shape being really good is if like we were fighting a beholder.
Oh,
Oh no, I've done some damage with cone of
I was like,
cold.
cones can be
Well,
pretty
no,
good.
I meant like because I'm thinking of like persistent cones.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I don't think there are many. Alright, Anvir, did you say you needed some?
The only two I can see myself really using are a 30-foot one for the Dawn, and then there's also Moonbeam, which is a 5-foot radius.
Alright.
I need to start using Moonbeam more.
Moonbeam is really good.
It's a
Yeah, it's
really good spell, yeah.
Yeah, I used it a lot in the earlier levels.
I mean, it holds up pretty well. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
I think.
you can upcast it.
Yeah, I think I kind of thought Dawn would be a lot better than it has been.
I mean, it can be good.
It's not bad by any means. It's just
Could be better.
the first
Moonbeam's
cast.
just
It's
slightly better because it deals damage when they enter.
yeah. I feel like Dawn's better if you're like trying to cut off a route.
Anvir. Okay. Just edit the token properties. Alright, so you should now see your 30-foot spell radius. You said you needed a 10-foot circle.
Yeah, 5-foot radius, 10-foot circle.
I think the 10-foot circle is the 5-foot radius. I think.
Looks like it. I think the 5-foot circle's just like it's in that one square.
Yeah, I was talking about the 10-foot circle. Alright, and once we get this done, we shouldn't have to do this again for a while. So sorry, this is taking a bit.
It's all good.
But it's definitely makes things a little bit easier. Okay, so Anvir. 10-foot circle. Anvir. Save. Now edit the token. And save. Alright, you should see. And just make sure you can pull those out and like move them around real quick. The only issue is. Or go ahead.
So I was just checking. This is just effectively the same places, but you're just changing who can control them.
Well, they're in the character info resources now.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, I
removing
see.
access to the ones that are normal place because I want those to just be templates.
Too easy. I see them now.
Yeah, so just make sure you can drag them out, move them around, etc. Okay. Alright, so I think we're all set. Give me one moment to remove these. Yeah, the only issue now is that like hallways and stuff still block movement from the AoEs, so I might have to position these if like you're in a dungeon or something. At some point there's no real good way to fix that unless I just like put an aura on like a 5-foot square and make that the central, but then it makes it a little bit too big. But I could just standardize it so that it's always centered on a 5-foot square instead of on a point. But anyway. Alright, so let's see. Grey Wanderers, session 121. We have Anvir doing Scribe, if that works for you.
Oh, good.
We have Nasira, or Sasira, doing Quartermaster in place of Eldwin. This would
Oh,
be
yeah?
her 4th time.
Are you sure that I've done it 4 times?
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
remember.
There might have been one
wait.
session where there might have been
Yeah,
like, a
you
session with
replaced
someone where I
LJ
put out
last
and
week.
I said sure. But,
That's right,
like,
you replaced LJ
yeah.
last week, so this would be LJ.
But I don't think I
then.
even ended up doing anything in the inventory.
Yeah, like I said, with the button, I'm hoping to make Quartermaster kind of defunct, and just have I'll just handle it myself. All right, so we'll have LJ on that. Let's see, we're on the 87th of spring at 6:30. Eldwin, being the previous Quartermaster. First of all, I'm assuming you're going to take your story point.
Actually, I was actually gonna defer that.
Oh, okay. Who are you deferring it to?
I was gonna defer to Johan, but he's not here.
Yeah, I don't think
Is anyone else missing a story point, or do we just?
I have one.
I have
Okay.
2. So
I'll give it
Up to you.
to Andre there.
Too easy.
too easy. Very.
Sorry, who did you give it to?
Anvir.
Anvir? Alright, cool. Okay, so Anvir's getting that. So yeah, Eldwin, if you could give us a recap of last time.
Sure can. Like last time we started off with a little bit of a retcon with Vorkon suggesting to us that we speak to the local Cloud Giant tribe and meet with Riddick, their leader, to ask about an alliance and location for fertile land. Anvir and Nasira, on our way there, attempt to keep a rough map of the area as we walk. We make it to the Cloud Giant tribe and slowly approach. We are able to gain an audience with Riddick and tell him about the Kandelians who are looking for a temporary home. Riddick listens to our proposal but worries about the sheer numbers of refugees that be coming to settle. It's like he says that the Kandelians would need to bring a tithe to the Giants. He also informed us about a splinter group that's split from the tribe and refuses leadership. He asked us to eliminate them as they're rivals to his rule. Sierra wasn't seemed hesitant to kill at the news. They asked us to kill other giants and asked for time to think about the deal. Riddick promised a large amount of land for the Kandelians if we killed these rogue giants. As the group talked later, Eldwin suggested that we find the other group and instead of straight up killing them, talking to them to learn the whole truth of the situation. The party decides to tentatively agree to the deal to gain more information and head towards the other giants. Like we returned first to the ship to grab Steel, and then found the other giants. Johan sneaked ahead and spied on the giants. He spotted a third giant that met with the target and had wordly spoken with him. Eldwin summons Lareth and after the hour, Johan returned to scouting to find that all three giants had gone off. Johan, with Dosha's help, managed to sneakily track the two giant tracks towards a giant shroomwood house under construction. Anvir used his mislead spell to try and safely speak to and convince the giant that we want to know the truth about the conflict going on. The giant starts acting very suspicious, uh, but prevents his side, saying that Riddick forced him out, accusing him of lies such as demon worshipping. Anvir believes to catch a hint that the other giant was lying and accuses him of such. The giant becomes enraged at the accusation, saying and says that it would be his last mistake. Johan start to sneak around behind the giants. Anvir, seeing things going south, taunts the giant with his illusion, and the giant swings at it. Johan fires a shot at the giant with Sarah summoning her snakes, and Anvir summons a celestial. Eldwin finally manages to catch up with his hastened speed, and the other giant strikes Nasira while Anvir and Seal jog into the fight. The other giant dispels Eldwin's haste and throws a storm boomerang to hit Anvir and Nasira, stunning Nasira, and that's pretty much where we left off.
All right, thank you for that recap. Leo Jr., could you give me an initiative roll, please?
Yeah, as expected.
Excellent, thank you. So I will add you in at 13.12. All right, so we are returning to the battle in progress. As we had left off, Anvir's turn was starting. So Anvir,
Bleeding
bit-
heavily.
bit of a predicament as the boomerang hit along with several swipes have left you a bit wounded. What do you want to do?
I am going to first things first, give myself a healing word, because otherwise I will probably just die after this stream.
All right.
I will do that at... You know what, screw it, 4th level.
All right, so you channel a large amount of healing into yourself, gaining 15.
And then I will probably disengage.
All right,
I think
trying
that's going
to
to be my safest bet.
get away from this giant who's been knocking you around. All right, where are you gonna go?
I might go down. I'm trying to. Yeah, I'll just be like back here.
I
Hide
might
behind
die. That's what you
I
should
can't
say.
go much further, really, without leaving the map.
Yeah. You could. I guess you could leave the map. You just have to remember how far off the map you get.
Well, I'd only be able to go 5 feet off.
All right. So if you want, you could say you back off another 5 feet. Just like I said, keep track of
might.
where exactly, like if you go off the map, how far back you are. So I know.
I'm also
for-
just trying to keep track of where the radius would be. So I guess it would just be one further down. So it'd be like.
So Dosha would no longer be in it. So I guess just to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
kinda
might.
annoying.
Yeah. Hold on. So
Just
I
go
was
back
here.
there.
And then what I might do is Yeah, that's exactly 30 feet. So I'll just come and chill next to Sol.
Alright, trying to get back a bit. What about your Celestial Spirit? As its turn, where your turn ends, it would go. What's it gonna do?
I think he's going to unload on the wounded guy a bit
Blasting down, alright.
more.
Seal would look at you and say, "Sorry, friend," in your mind.
His hair's all frizzed.
Or I
and
guess
burnt, and it's
I
like-
guess he doesn't speak your language, so you just hear in your head.
I give him like a stinker. Okay. So he's gonna shoot downwards. I cast this guy at 6th level, so he gets 3 attacks.
Nice.
Alright, so 20 will strike, doing 12 radiant on the first hit.
He gets +1 for being up high, doesn't he?
He does, so 17 will strike as well. Blasting him for another 16 radiant. Oh, 14 will just hit.
Thank God for the upper advantage.
Oh. Alright, doing another 17. And the Cloud Giant will yell something in Giant.
Which I think only Nasira understands.
Says, the creature vexes me, kill it. So the Celestial Spirit's turn is ending.
And then I've just got to give myself and it some temp.
Okay. The Cloud Giant of Evil. Oh. So his boomerang begins to glow again.
Oh no.
He hurls it, starting... Well, it's going to go in a circle. First going at Eldwin.
A circle.
But that's
No, I
impossible.
thought it was a straight line.
What is this
Wow.
bullshit?
Oh,
This is
no.
so
Oh! Actually, wait, no, that misses. I have the cloak.
Ah,
Yes.
good.
Ah.
Alright, so it misses you. It'll then go towards Nasira.
Does it count as a missile?
It does. Yes.
Wait.
No, wait.
I hate to be a pain, but did you get your cloak back? Because you had your turn skipped.
I
How does
never
that
lost the
affect
cloak.
the
Yeah,
I just
Uh,
wasn't sure how that works with the whole losing haste thing, because you can't.
Haste just takes a turn.
Yeah, he doesn't. He would.
Mechanically.
Because yeah, he didn't take damage per se. He just
Okay,
got.
I just wasn't
dispelled.
100% sure how that worked.
So
Yeah, I lose the
Nasira.
cloak if I'm incapacitated or take, like,
Yeah,
can't move or take
yeah,
damage.
we discussed that. He just lost his turn. He
Okay,
didn't
okay.
actually lose or get incapacitated. Nasira, I think 27 would strike you.
Yes.
All right, so it. But you're gonna use deflect. All right.
Yeah.
So how much do you deflect? 16. So it would do 26 total. So you would only take 10 as you kind of
That would've
smack
been
it to the
amazing if-
side.
If
That would have been
you
so
rolled.
cool if I could.
I would have
tried to-
actually let you like stop it if you had fully deflected it.
That would have been
um,
amazing.
But go ahead, do your reaction. So it will continue flying, going towards LJ.
Yay.
Boomerang 31. Ooh, that's probably gonna hit you. Good rolls for him.
I don't think that hit. Yeah.
You're a liar.
I think that's way too much to hit.
Alright, so
Yeah.
24 damage.
Oh, I just registered something, so I hate to be annoying, but Nasira's stunned.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
You got stunned by the boomerang last round, right?
I don't think it was the boomerang, but something.
Alright,
Must
so
have.
I don't
Actually,
think...
would you be? Because it
It
says the
was the
target
boomerang. It hit me as well.
Yeah, the
Because
Until
boomerang...
the end.
of
Maybe,
its
okay.
next turn, so
I
her
didn't
next
remember.
turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so,
So
you
she's not
wouldn't be
stunned.
able to Or wait, is she
No,
No,
not
she's
no,
not-
she just had her turn.
It says the target must succeed on a DC 16 Constitution saving throw, or have the stun condition until the end of its, being her.
Yeah,
Next
I
turn.
misunderstood that
Oh,
as the
okay.
giant.
So maybe she just forgot to take it off. All right. So yeah, you would have had your reaction, although you would still have to make the con save again.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh.
I misread that as at the end of the giant's turn.
Do I
Yeah.
need to make
That'd
a
be
con
so
save?
broken, because then he could infinitely stun.
Well, this is a recharge, but yes, you would have to make a con save. Oh. Oh!
Where's my Indomitable?
All right. So unfortunately, Nasira would become stunned again. Leo Jr. is doing Indomitable. Okay. So go ahead and do your re-roll. Ooh.
Oh, you didn't do a save the first time either. He
Oh,
just
yeah.
did Constitution, so that
Mother-
would have actually been 16 the first roll.
All right, so you would have gotten it on the 16, so you're okay. You would have just taken the 24 damage.
Do I keep my Indomitable then?
Yes.
Yeah,
can
because
put
you
it
would have
back.
passed.
Thank you.
And finally, Dosha.
Dosha.
Dosha, no. Does
Dosha,
Dosha have
yes.
something for that? No, he doesn't.
Does Dosha have temp? Temp? I feel like he would have.
He
We should have.
does. I may have just forgotten to put it on. Why don't you roll his temp now? It's fine.
Roll high. He's gonna need it.
Roll.
Because you did roll it, I just don't always notice. 14, so he would take 25, 35, 42, 32, 28 damage. I think that wounds him, yep. And he has to make a save versus Con, which he will fail, so he becomes stunned.
F.
Real
Okay.
shame I couldn't catch that boomerang.
Yeah. Just like
That would have been so cool.
jump kick it, send it flying back. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't return it to him.
So he is then going to fly over here, engaging your guy, ending his turn. LJ. So you're not stunned, luckily. What are you gonna do?
Okay. So our two enemies are right here. One's wounded, one's not. Okay.
Yeah, well, one of them's flying around above you. He's 30 feet up.
But the guy in front of me is not.
Yeah, this guy's on the ground. He looks like he is about to try to follow Anvir.
Cool. I attack.
So here, let me change his threat. Alright, so you come up on him, attacking. 29 will strike, getting his attention, doing 10 slashing, which will wound or put him to badly wounded.
Cool. I attack again. 23
Yeah, that will strike a second time.
for 13.
Alright, so he takes another 13, definitely angry at you now.
For 28.
Yeah, third time he is struck, or another
Ooh,
15. Alright, anything else?
Yes. Not down. Cool. Let's do this again. I answer switch.
Alright, so you do an action surge.
25.
Somebody's getting actions.
Alright, yeah, 25 will strike, giving him another 9 points.
You got a reaction.
But still not down?
No.
20?
Still up. Yeah, 20 will strike again.
For
To be fair,
12.
sure these guys have like
12.
a couple hundred HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, giants
Yeah.
are tough.
Him being at quarter is probably a lot higher than most enemies we face.
Water's probably like 50, 70 or some crap.
Yeah. Alright, third attack.
No.
No, he's gonna dodge. Alright, anything
Aha.
He's
else?
mad at you now, though, so at least he might leave Anvir alone.
He's very mad at you.
Just crying next to Soul, just like. "Ah."
Alright,
yeah,
so
that'd be
LJ's
it.
turn is ending. Eldwin.
These mushrooms on by, are they difficult terrain or impassable?
You could squeeze by the bottom, but they would be difficult terrain for those squares they're in.
Okay. I might.
Otherwise, you'd have to like climb. I guess you could just climb over them, but that would again be difficult terrain either way.
Would that change what I'm about to do? I'm not sure if it actually would. Ten,
Are they too tall to jump over?
They're like 3 feet, so I guess you
15,
could jump over them if you had a running
25.
start,
Yeah.
depending on your strength.
So, okay, I should have enough. So this would be 5, 15, 20, 5, 30, 35, 40.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my action, on this guy, I'm going to cast Mind Sliver.
Alright, so you chant sending a mind sliver up at him.
How dare you sliver his mind?
Oh, I forgot to give
Huh.
Leo his temper.
Yes, I would like my tent, please. I don't want to leave you a message.
Because you weren't here all of last combat.
Alright,
Yes.
so he has to make an int save.
As far as there was combat.
He will attempt to resist with his mind. Oh, he will. Just barely.
Oh, that's so
How dare
annoying.
he?
Alright, for my second attack, I will just stab the giant right in front of me.
Okay. Yeah, so you go at him with flank. That would be a 15, which would be enough to strike. He's not really heavily armored. So 11. Alright, he's looking very wounded at that point. Still up, though.
That is my turn.
Alright, the Cloud Giant. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna keep going for Leo Jr.
Understandable.
Swinging his Morning Star. He brings a vicious attack down towards you, which you will dodge as he comes
Aha!
around with another one. Ooh, what terrible rolls.
Haha!
Very lucky. Alright, so that's it for him. Dosha is stunned, but at the end of his turn, he will break his stun. Seal is going to lob some fire at the Cloud Giant. That will
Let's go
strike.
get the kill.
11 will... Ooh, nope, still up. Does he get a second one?
I think he does.
He gets at least 2.
Oh wait, no, that's the wrong guy. Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
this
3
is it.
melee, 2 ranged.
Alright, so he is going to move up this way and get some temp HP, unless you don't want to give it to him.
I give it to him begrudgingly.
Yeah. You son of a bitch. Alright, so he gains 14. New round, Nasira. So you would drop your stun for your turn.
Oh,
Welcome back.
Shaking free of it, Anvir.
Sierra hasn't been able to act in 2 turns.
right.
Just keeps getting chain boomeranged. Pew, pew.
I think I'm gonna try and Toll the Dead, the really weak one, see if I can drop him.
Alright, try to drop him. So a wisdom save. Ooh, good roll. No. He is withered, falling. Actually, he's dying. That's right, because he's a human. Or he's living. So he is on the ground, dying as he has been badly withered, trying to stave off death.
And I think I'm going to move forward a bit because I have this nasty future sight of me just being alone with no one nearby and this guy landing next to me.
He does actually, the flying guy now does actually look towards you after that.
Have fun.
I have a bonus action, but I don't really have anything I want to do with it, so I think that's it. Actually, you know what? I'll summon a spirit weapon. Actually, no, I won't, because he'll move 1 turn and then I'll never be able to catch up with him.
He is
Yeah, I'm
flying
good.
pretty fast. Alright, so your turn ends. What about your celestial spirit, who is now adjacent to him?
So he'd have disadvantage on all of his attacks.
Yeah, that's why he moved over, because he saw you had a bow.
I'm going to risk the Oppie and just straight land.
Alright, so you're gonna have him go down to the ground?
Yeah.
Alright, so he does a scimitar slash as a reaction. Oh, natural 1. You'll
Oh,
miss.
the sad truth is he's still close to the AC.
Yeah.
And he'll
Yeah.
shoot up at him.
Alright. 15 will strike. Again, these guys are not well armored. So 15 radiant. Yep, 27 strikes again for another 15. And 19 will strike for another 14 radiant. Okay. Anything else?
That is all.
Okay, so his turn is ending. The giant is going to swoop down, moving 25 feet, and he's going to take an attack, or several attacks on Anvir.
How far up is he?
At this point, he is at 10 feet.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't do anything.
I'm getting ready to do a bunch of concentration
Oh.
checks. That misses.
You sure about that?
That one doesn't.
So that one doesn't. So he does 19 slashing. Luckily, his boomerang is not glowing anymore. Then
Right.
he's going to seemingly move so quickly that as he flies past and then goes back up, you are not able to take an attack of opportunity as he ascends back up to 20 feet.
He's got some weird disengaged bullcrap.
Yeah.
He's got
I'm out of range.
flyby or something, doesn't he?
Oh no! The
Seems
second
like
you've
it.
said flyby, it's probably that.
All
I
right.
remember I
might have-
read.
I might have missed it, Anvir, but did you give me temp HP on that last?
You're out of range. You were out of range.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're not in range now.
All right. LJ.
Yeah, I see it now. I didn't. I forgot you had moved. Yeah.
I just realized you missed a storm boomerang attack on Anvir.
Hmm?
It makes 2 scimitar attacks and 1 storm boomerang attack.
Oh, for the normal one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he would have thrown it because yeah, that's right. He can throw it normally without the craziness. So I'll say he throws it down at you before he flies up.
Fair
Keep me
enough.
honest. Can never remember what all my monsters can do. All right, so yeah, you would 23. I assume would strike you.
This is concentration.
So 19 damage.
Ooh.
Oof. So,
I might use a story point for that.
okay.
Because I kind of don't want to lose my 6th level spell already.
Well, if you want to spend that story point, go for it.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
jeez. All right, that was faded failure. So yeah, your guy kind of poofs out. LJ, what are you gonna do? Thank you for keeping me honest, because it is
I
hard to
have
keep
to
track
check
of
if I'm
everything
stunned
my guy
now.
can do. Oh right, con save.
I'm more than likely going to be. Oh no, there's the.
There's your
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you were stunned, you would have lost him anyway. Like 2 checks for.
So I am barely hanging on.
Hey, Anvir, let me help you out here. I switched places with us. I bait and switch.
All right.
Yeah, it's bait and switch. Get +9 AC.
Ooh.
So
And
Anvir is defended.
Because me and Anvir switch places, so I move here at the end of it. Am I in rank with Eldwin?
Yeah, you would be. Well, that guy's down.
Oh,
He's dying.
cool.
I mean,
Fuck,
you could try to
guy
finish
did-
him off if you want.
Might as well. I attack him.
Alright, so you attack the dying giant, giving him 2 death save fails.
And third one.
Alright, so yeah, that will bring him down.
Uh,
You have your javelin, don't you?
I am going to also. Where is it? Foot toss. Foot toss a javelin.
Okay.
Oh, a spear.
Up at the guy, yeah, 27 would connect. Hitting him for 8 points of health.
8 plus 3. 11.
Oh, plus 3. Alright.
And that was my bonus action, so I pull out another one and toss at him.
Alright. Yeah, that would strike as well. As you spend another javelin,
And that'd be 9.
doing another 9. And...
Where would my javelin weigh in?
Yeah, I think he's
Inside of
gonna concentrate on you now. Yeah, both javelins would just land on the ground over here. Like underneath him.
Yeah, that'd be it for me.
Alright, Eldwin.
Alright. I'm gonna move up a little bit.
Remember, the giant is difficult terrain.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move up here for 25 feet. And then, hopefully he's not too great at this, but I have a bad feeling that he is. I'm gonna try and cast on this guy Hold Monster.
Alright, so
Interesting.
that is a wisdom save. Okay. What's the DC on that?
I was like, huh. Where that didn't show. It's 18.
18?
Alright, so he will attempt to resist. Oh, just makes it. He's
I'm
actually
gonna
pretty
use
good at
Silvery
that.
Barbs.
Alright, so you spend
Oh.
your reaction, forcing a reroll.
I'll give advantage to LJ.
Thank you.
Okay. So a wisdom reroll. Oh, even better. And yeah, okay. Anything else?
No, that's everything.
And that actually gets him really mad at you. Dosha. That's me. Dosha is going to... So he's not stunned anymore.
18 temp builder.
He also doesn't want to piss this guy off because he doesn't have much health. So he is going to... I think he's going to take a healing potion. Wait, does he have a healing potion? Or you know what? I think he'll save his healing potion. He's going to back off and dodge a turn, hoping that he gets some temp to kind of fortify him a little. So how much does he get on his turn? 15? Alright.
I have to add him on. I thought I had him.
Seal cares not for being cautious. He is just gonna start hurling fire up this flying guy.
Understandable. Have a great day.
Fly cheating. Blasts him for 10. Second shot. Yep, we'll strike. Blasting him for another 11. Okay, so that's Seal's turn. New round, Nasira.
I guess I'm gonna run in there because I haven't gotten to hit him very much, and I want to.
Oh, he's flying, remember.
Oh, is he? Little punk.
Yeah, he's been zooming around, like, shooting
That's right.
down.
I forgot. Yeah, I was mainly focusing on the other guy. Can I climb Seal?
Seal... I mean... He's a... Well... I mean, I guess I'll say if you want to do like an athletics check. You can like jump up on Seal and do like a jumping attack.
I'd have to use my action anyway this turn, so I'm not going to get to attack. So I guess I will go here.
Should have like a sling or something. Ranged attack you could do.
Oh, I mean, she has her boomerang, but it's not going to be very effective.
Boomerang fight.
I'm gonna
His
that's
boomerang's
true, yeah.
bigger.
Not nearly as effective as his boomerang.
His storm boomerang. Stormerang.
I think I'm going to patch up on Veer while he's down here on the ground and I can reach him. So that is going to be my turn. Let me just check one thing here. Yeah. If I didn't already, I'll activate the Staff of the Outer, because I don't think I did. That's all.
Alright, Anvir.
Oops, sorry, I was sorting out stuff. 10 HP for Nasira.
You remember the...
Thank you.
Alright.
I am terrified to do anything to this man.
Yeah. Currently he is pissed at Eldwin.
Remember, you still have your AC bonus from me.
It's kind of why Dosh didn't want to hit him. He didn't want to pull aggro, because Eldwin's a pretty good tank, usually.
How long does that armor last? Your turn?
Until my next turn.
I'll tempt fate a little bit. He feels cocky with all this AC on it.
Alright.
He'll just do a Tolba then.
Dong. Alright. Check something. That's right. Alright, so you do Toll the Dead. He will attempt to defend with his wisdom. And he will make it. Because he actually has a pretty good wisdom save. So he
keeps literally just making stuff.
Oh. Oh wait, isn't... Oh, it is 19. Okay. Got it.
I have 2 different stuff that buff mine.
Alright, anything else?
I think that's gonna be it.
Alright. Uh-oh. The storm boomerang begins to crackle again.
No.
He is going to... Oh, you guys are all clumped too. He is gonna fly over to here. Well, you're sort of clumped. And he is gonna throw his boomerang, targeting everyone but... Well, can he get Dosha? No, he couldn't get Dosha too. I guess he could skip Seal. Yeah, he'll skip Seal. He'll go for Dosha. So he's gonna throw it first at Eldwin. Alright, dodge it. LJ, luckily you dodge it as well. Anvir.
Who has an AC of 26
Oh.
right now. Of course, of course.
Wah.
I'm more than likely going unconscious.
Any silvery?
I've already used it.
Oh, you weren't marked as using your reaction. Okay. So unfortunately, that would hit you. Probably
Yeah, I'm
bringing you
unconscious.
down. So 22,
Rip.
26, 29. Not that bad of a hit. But yeah, still bringing you down. Nasira.
And you did count the HP, the 21 that Nasira gave you, right?
Oh, I completely forgot to add the HP she gave me.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I would have had. How much did you say you gave me?
21.
Okay, so I was actually at 29, not 8.
Yeah, because you
So
didn't
how much
actually
damage
roll
did I
that
take
good
then?
on that damage. You took 29 damage.
Please sum you up.
I am still alive.
Oh my
Hey!
god!
Let's go!
Alright, Nasira. 23.
Oh,
Now,
one check.
alright, deflect missile. Probably a good time to use it.
I get to try and catch it.
I am stunned.
Oh, maybe not.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. I was counting the
So if you're
The-
stunned, do
yeah.
you lose your aura?
I'm about to check that.
Because you are incapacitated.
But
Nasira,
yes, if it's incapacitation,
I
then never
keep
mind.
2, and I don't get to try and catch it. Is that right?
yeah, so he did 24, so you take 2 damage. You still might be stunned, though. So you do have to roll your con save.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought that the damage was 22. My brain was thinking, and I'm like, yay!
It'd be funny if you caught his storm boomerang.
I really want to.
It's like bigger than you. You can become an
Yep.
anime character.
I see what you mean. Nasira doesn't get wiped.
Alright, so unfortunately that would stun you. And Dosha, finally. Dosha would be struck for 21.
Why couldn't I have gotten the one that Onbir got? Onbir got the one that Dosha got.
Luckily, he had some temp, so he only takes 6. I'm just going to roll here to save quicker. Oh, natural 1. Yeah, he is definitely stunned.
I like how the guy with the AC of 27 gets a nat 20.
Yeah, that
Right.
was very unlucky. Okay, so why am I blind? There it is. Alright, so the boomerang returns to him, and he's going to continue flying. Another 35 feet.
Even if I wasn't stunned every turn, I can't reach the stupid dum-dum.
Wait, can he go that
and-
far?
Yeah, he has a flight of 60, it seems. He's still at the 20-foot height, but yeah, looks like he might be partially retreating now. Yeah, so he's kind of flying away as his boomerang like flies back over, and he catches it in his hand, ending his turn. LJ.
Shit, I don't know what I can do. Man, I could. First attack action, I'm gonna shut the javelin at him, or pass them more like it, so he gets hit by the lightning part of it.
Okay. Oh, and he also went back up to 30 feet. Just FYI. Alright, so you hurl the javelin.
Give me a second, I have to restart. Roll 20 won't let me.
Do you have enough range
Well,
on
my-
the javelin to get him?
I might, depending on how far he is.
You can certainly try, and I'll tell you what happens.
Give me a second. Roll 20
Actually-
being stupid.
I think javelins do go pretty far.
I think it's. I don't
Might
know
just
about
be
the
a
middle,
disadvantage.
but range is 120.
Just javelin. 30, 120.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was a pretty far long range.
This first one will be Wash because he has advantage from silvery barbs.
Right. Alright, 15 will hit him.
So it gets hit by the lightning damage part of it.
Well, he takes the normal damage, and he has to make a dex save. So go ahead and roll damage on it.
I don't think the person hit makes a dex save. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target.
Yeah, so he would just take the javelin damage.
I thought
Yeah,
it.
that's fair. On hit, the target takes damage from the javelin plus 4d6.
He's stunned, so he lost the Twilight Aura.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But go ahead and give me the damage roll for that javelin. Yeah, the lightning is like trailing behind the javelin. It gets dangerously close to Eldwin, as like it singes the top of his head a little. Psst.
Die.
So it'd be 20 damage total.
Yeah, 20 total.
Wait, I thought he didn't take the lightning damage.
No, he just doesn't make a save for it. It's
On the
it's-
hit, the target takes damage from the javelin.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I misunderstood that.
yeah. So the target is dependent on just if you hit it or not.
Yeah, if you get a line of people in a row, that can be really valuable. The lightning.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Wait,
So,
did that roll? Oh, it was a roll. Alright, so he took another 13. That would wound him.
I need some more spears, but I don't have any. Fuck.
Alright, so your turn is ending. Eldwin.
Alright. I'm gonna move up
Oh,
25 feet.
I am gonna move up too.
It's not.
No, but I just went
Oh,
a movement. I didn't use my movement.
Gotcha.
Alright, so Eldwin comes running up behind from below.
Yeah. I'll risk it. This is gonna suck if he makes this as well, but I'll risk it. At 6th level, I'm going to cast Disintegrate.
Oh! Interesting. Alright. So you charge up a
I'm scared.
Disintegrate spell, firing up at him. And he has to make a Dex save.
Dex.
I reckon he's good.
DC 18. Oh, he
Nice.
fails it. Not the most
Thank
dexterous.
God.
So he is struck by your disintegration ray, taking 73 points of damage. And he just is turned to dust.
Well,
Oh my
Ending the
word.
battle.
I just dusted him.
I'm sorry, Anvir.
Thanos snapped him.
I
Yeah.
can't bandage you again, Anvir, but I'll bandage Dosha.
Alright, so what are you all gonna do? Seems that you have defeated them.
I'm gonna look to see if he had any magical items that would have been left over.
Blue
Don't
Don't
Titus,
those
yeah.
get destroyed?
I think it's
I don't-
any non-magical stuff.
Yeah, I think it's
Let me see.
non-magical.
Oh, except magical items. Alright. So his strange looking ring that seemed to dispel magic falls to the ground.
Oh, that was what I was looking for.
Other than that, I guess, well, his boomerang probably would as well as his scimitar, though those are both really big.
I would like
How-
to take the boomerang
Too
anyway.
bad we don't have the Rune Knight with us anymore.
So you couldn't
Yeah,
actually
how big?
wield the boomerang, but if you want to, like, I don't know, give it to your ship or something, because it's, like, bigger than
I'm
you
gonna
guys.
see if I can find someone who can like magically reduce it permanently or something. I'm taking it.
Alright.
How
So
many
use it.
how many hit die
So,
does Dosha
alright.
have?
So you're taking the storm giant, or the, what is it? The, cloud giant storm boomerang?
Mhm.
Okay.
How much does that weigh?
That would weigh. How much does normal boomerang weigh?
Like nothing.
Like a pound.
Yeah, pretty much nothing.
Pound.
I'll say the big one weighs 30 pounds.
really, that's it?
It's like part of a tree. Yeah, it's
You-
still like not. I mean, it has to be light enough that you can throw it, so it's not like too big. But yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Well, light enough that a giant could throw it.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll say 30 pound storm boomerang.
Okay.
You might want to
Um,
note the session too, just in case I forget where you got it.
Session is it?
This is session 121.
Also, how many hit die does Dosha have?
Left? What is Dosha?
No,
have?
just
Total.
total.
Let me check. Oh, he's not stunned anymore.
If it's the same as Foley, it was 10, I believe.
Another encounter where I feel kind of bad.
Yeah, he's level 10. Why do you feel bad?
Just Anvir's like over here nearly bleeding out and I'm untouched.
Well, you
To be
get.
fair,
you-
that was me.
I
doing the
mean,
bits of
you
damage.
you are very powerful against certain things, and other things like
That's-
insta kill you. So
True. That is very true.
Please add 19 to Dosha's health.
Okay.
LJ, were you hit?
Not by much.
Sorry, Anvir, I can't bandage you again, so
I'm
careful.
down 24 HP.
All right. So Dosha.
Do we want to take a rest here?
Yeah, Eldwin, if you want to loot and stuff while we sit down, that would
I
be
was about to say, like, I don't need a
There-
rest, but if you
Is
guys
there a
want.
cave or a shelter or something that we would be a little less exposed in case anyone else comes
I
along?
mean, there is some tents up ahead.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like they have a small camp here. Sorry, I'm just doing Dosha stuff.
That's fine.
What did he have? All right, he had so he's at 53.
Nasira was going to heal him. That's why she was asking for the hit points.
She did already.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just out of it.
No, you're fine. Yeah, there was kind of a stretch in between because I said I was healing him and I spent the heal kit, but then like we were talking about the storm boomerang and stuff, so I didn't because I never got the hit die, so I didn't roll the healing for a while. So that's yeah.
And
I
you
was probably
took
gonna do a
the
prayer.
really quick. You took his storm ring, right, Eldwin?
Yeah, I grabbed the ring.
Is
So
that
I
one too
think
big?
That
us
would
to
be more like a I don't even know if you could wear that. That would be like almost like a waistband for you,
Oh,
or like
wow.
a necklace.
I know certain magic items are like will adjust to fit the wearer.
Yeah,
I
some of
think
them
that's
will.
That's a DM discretion thing, I think. Like most of my DMs have played it that way, but a couple haven't.
Well, this one doesn't. Well, maybe you have to identify it or something. But just picking it up, it's pretty big. It's about 10
Yeah.
pounds.
It's like I was gonna take the time to identify the ring anyway.
All right. So yeah, what else do you want to do? Remember, you can collect essence. You have about 20 minutes
thinking of us
before
in nature,
essence. You don't need nature. You just get less essence if you don't have nature.
Oh wait, Nasira has alchemy.
And yeah, if you have alchemy, you'd also get the bonus.
Do we want me to do that? Because I also have alchemy now.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, what's your yeah.
All right, so you gather the cloud giant essence, which would be, and you said you do have alchemy.
Yep.
Two of us, yeah.
So that would be 50 Maho CR9 cloud giant essence.
Mind writing that down for me? So I
I'm
can-
assuming we can't get Maho out the disintegrated.
No, you can't.
I wish.
Look, I weighed the options. Aldwin was mad at this guy.
He did
I mean, we
not.
didn't know for
No.
sure. We didn't know for sure. That was a lovely roll, but there was always the potential that wouldn't have put him down. You know.
Yeah, that was also things like, look. Like,
Did not want to risk him coming back later and messing with the, your people.
basically, yeah. It's just like, I don't want this dude leaving.
Considering
Alright.
his first reaction to me was, "Ooh, I'm hungry."
Yeah, he ended up being kind of an a-hole, and that made it a lot easier to make our decision, didn't it?
It's like
what's
I don't
this
trust
in it?
either of these
Well,
guys, but at least
if
the
you ever
first guy
accuse
did-
anyone of lying, they're usually not going to be happy about it, especially if you have
What
low.
session is
We
it?
didn't accuse him of
Persuasion.
lying. We just like I
No,
said, we wanted more.
Anvir definitely
tried
accused
to
him of
do.
lying.
Andrew definitely did.
He's like,
I
you're
believe it
lying,
one-
buddy. And he's like,
I mean, he was already pretty hostile, like pretty much from the start. Like, and I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
that's why we
yeah.
responded that way.
Yeah, he was like, "Are you lying?" And I'm like, "I have certain abilities to tell holes."
well, they're giants. They don't like being told off by things that are like little dogs to them. It's like a chihuahua, like getting in your face. All right,
No one, I repeat, nobody looks down on a chihuahua. Those things are vicious.
I could take a chihuahua. I mean, it wouldn't be like I'd go unscathed, but I think I'd win that fight.
What about 5 chihuahuas?
All right, well now they have the action economy, so they're probably going to win. All right, so Nasira, you went over to the tent there.
I would join up.
You would see inside the tent, there's actually some nice stuff in here. You would see like a couple of really nice looking rugs, and what looks like a couple of small paintings stacked up on the side, like your size. The rugs are huge, but the paintings are not. You'd also see a sack over to the side that has some food in it.
Does it look like it like questionable food?
Uh,
What kind of food?
So it is like I guess maybe it wouldn't be. It would be like crop. So I'll say like maybe
Like what?
like wheat or something. So maybe like wheat. Like wheat.
Oh.
Okay.
I heard weed too at first. I was like, I'm missing noodles.
Definitely sounded like it, but I heard him say crop
Exactly.
before, so I immediately went wheat.
So like a large sack of grain or something. Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean-
exactly.
Okay, wheat. Okay, wow.
Look, depending on what society we build, weed could be a crop.
True.
We've
We've already come across some. Dude,
Yeah,
there's always-
so
Yeah, Doodles found some in the Revan's Past Thieves
Yeah.
Guild.
here, let me
supply
put
room.
the rug in there as well because that's an art object.
Into the
Ooh,
bag
there
it
was some
goes.
paintings. Might as well grab those paintings. They're not going to do the Candelians too much good, but we might be able to sell them somewhere else. And when we leave-
Also into the bag.
So the rug is 100 pounds, and it is worth about 50 gold pieces.
Elwin, do you think
It's a
Seal
little
could
heavy.
drag that back to the ship for us?
Yeah, I can have Seal do that.
Is there anything else in the other tent? Because I figured I'd go check that out just in case.
The other tent. So in this tent, you would see a large like hookah, and this one does have weed in it.
Oh,
I found drugs!
There should be
Where's
a stash
Doodle?
somewhere nearby in that case. Unless it got disintegrated.
Oh, and here the paintings. There's 2 paintings here.
I just find Doodle in this tent.
So the 2 paintings each weigh 3 pounds and are worth 100 GP. That's one, so there'd just be 2 of those.
How much weed do I find?
A lot. They're big. Here.
yeah, what's Doodles when you need them?
Like, I know people have... I've seen this before, so I know people buy it.
We might as well take anything that we could sell later or use or trade.
Exactly.
And weed probably doesn't weigh nearly as much as some of this other stuff we're grabbing.
Into the bag.
So yeah, you'd figure it's
300
worth
gold.
about 300 GP. Because it's, oh, and it weighs a lot too. Well, I mean, it's probably like 60 pounds.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, you consider that a lot?
Well, okay. Okay, calm down.
Jeez, if you don't consider that a lot, I'm more concerned.
Oh, wait.
about
All right,
you.
Walter White over here. I produced like that
Dog.
yesterday.
Didn't know we were playing with Snoop Dogg, Jesus.
60 pounds is a lot of weed. Oh, for a normal, human-sized person.
Yeah, that's a lot.
If you're not dealing.
Yeah.
No, even if you're dealing,
No,
60
no,
is a
no.
I think we
lot.
learned something about Leo Jr. today.
All right. Anvir, you need
Usually
any
measure it by
help
the
searching
ounce.
over there, or are you good? What about the tents themselves? Could we fold these up and take them to our camp?
Must be
Pavilions?
massive.
I mean, it would probably take a bit, and they're really big,
I
but
mean,
I guess you
we're
could.
gonna- We want to take a rest here anyway, right, guys?
Yeah.
Would be nice.
I wouldn't
I
mind
don't want to
taking one
travel
of
with Anvir, so hurt.
Seal can have one of these as his tent at our camp. How about that?
All right, so there's 2 giant tents. They weigh 200 pounds each.
I'll work. I don't need the rest too badly, so I'll work on striking the tents and bundling the poles and folding the.
You're gonna need to hire
be
some
good.
more laborers to carry all this stuff around.
Jesus, yeah.
All
Or
right,
get
we
more
get-
LJs.
Yeah.
This would be a good place to like help, considering we have to home like 1,000 people. Some really large tents would probably be good.
Yeah.
so you're going to attempt to rest in these tents, right?
I don't know if we rest in the tent. I'll put up a hut either way, just for extra level of safety.
I'm taken down. I started on one of the tents.
That's fine. So I don't know if your camp has enough people to carry these tents yet, but I think you can send some of the other stuff to your camp. Let me see.
Well, maybe.
Can we carry the tents back with us and then put them on the ship, or
I mean,
give
you
them to
could-
the Kandalians when they arrive?
You can certainly put them on the ship. Yeah, your camp can only carry about 300 pounds right now because you only have 3 NPC
That's fine. Yeah.
laborers. But yeah, if you want to send other stuff to the camp, you can
Well,
send up to
I
300
think most
pounds.
of it. Well, we could just send the 2 tents and the rug, and then the rest could probably fit in the bag.
That's true. You
Yeah.
could do. Well, you can send one of the
Theo's carrying
tents.
the
'Cause
rug,
the tents
and
are 200
We can
200
probably
pounds
manage
each.
the tents between us. Just we're not. It's not like we're carrying them forever. We're
Oh, yeah,
just
each.
on
You
the
can-
trek back to the ship.
You can set up like a pavilion in your camp as like your new hookah bar now. You hire some bartenders. And
Nafira is used to luxuries. Those paltry little tents, just
That's
don't cut
true.
it.
They have like a whole pavilion.
I
In fact,
pull
I
out.
might want to keep that rug
Yeah.
as well, just for my tent.
Well, you're pretty far away
Very.
from your ship right now. But Seal, I guess, could carry one of the tents.
And I drag the other.
Wait, can he? How much can Seal carry? Oh yeah, you could probably carry one. You're pretty strong, as long as you don't have to fight again.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, because your camp people are with you. They're following you. But, I mean, to get to the ship, you'd have to go quite a ways back.
Yeah, he's got 18 strength apparently. So
Alright, so yeah, he can carry. He'd just be lightly encumbered. You just, like...
I'm assuming he has the same stats as
That's fine.
Green Slud.
Alright,
We'll
so...
figure it out.
Also a large creature, so his carrying capacity.
Oh,
higher.
true. Yeah, that would, I think, double it. So yeah, he could carry it then. Let me try to pass some time as you are camping. Is this everyone's location during the camp, in case something pops up?
I was
wasn't
gonna
Adrian-
set up. Yeah, I was gonna set
Wherever
up.
the hut
Maybe
is,
you
I'm
guys
in
want
it.
to do that.
Oh, you're
Bring
doing
us
the,
to the ship.
the hut?
At some point, I would have, during the rest, probably while he's casting the hut, I would have also cast Identify on that giant ring.
Alright, so the ring is basically a ring of spell storing.
Oh.
But it does not shrink. So you don't think you could use
Eh.
this. It's made for
I mean-
giants, basically. It might be worth something to the right people, though, because this is a very
I was-
powerful magical item for a giant.
Ooh, I had a thought of Valstead. What was his name? I forgot already.
Who?
Big in charge guy.
Oh,
Vorkar.
Vorkar, yeah.
I was gonna say Vorkar or Riddick might like it.
I don't think, like maybe Vorkon might make, I might like it for a tribute from the people.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wait.
what I meant. Like, might be
Yeah,
a good
there's the
one.
giant. Oh, you're talking about the giant. Yeah, there's Vorkarn and there's Rydick. But yeah, giving this to one of them might gain them favor or gain favor for you, because this is a pretty nice magical item.
Might be the same with the boomerang and the scimitar as well.
Nope. I'm gonna get that boomerang resized.
Fine, the
Oh.
scimitar.
What's with the scimitar?
I think it's a magic one as well because it didn't.
It is magical, yeah.
But
Yeah,
I guess
I would-
giant.
None of these shrink
I've-
though.
I guess I would identify both of them just to cover a basis.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be funny if LJ carries around the giant scimitar?
I was
become
actually
an
going to ask.
anime
would that
character.
Would that scimitar be the equivalent of a greatsword, or is it even bigger?
It would be bigger, like because giants are huge. They're not
Would it
like
be
if
a
it was large,
Drada
you could
great
maybe.
sword?
Huh?
Would it be a Drada great sword?
I mean, it would just be like 2 size categories larger than you, so it'd be bigger than a greatsword.
Shit.
Alright, so time will pass. Nothing happens for so far for the identifies. I'll say you get all 3 of them. Or is it 2 of them?
2.
Okay, so
If you
the
include the boomerang 3.
oh right, the boomerang. So let's see. So someone took the ring, right? You have that,
Yeah.
Eldwin. The sword. Now that one weighs about. It's probably going to be about. Yeah. I'll say 40 pounds.
Oh. I don't care how strong you are, LJ. You can't wield that.
Yeah. I assume.
Like-
Wield it. And
How much?
Not
Well,
well,
wait.
but-
How much does a normal scimitar weigh?
3?
3. Maybe it would be comparable to the boomerang then. Oh, it'd probably be thicker. I'll just say 40 pounds. I won't agonize over it too much. It is a +1 weapon, and that's about it. Just a +1 scimitar. And as
Oh, what was-
for go ahead,
What was the weight of the ring again?
20 pounds.
20. Okay.
Yeah, it's a big ring.
Yeah,
Let's
like,
say 10.
Historically,
Say 10
my
pounds.
swords were 3 or 4 pounds. Like the 7-pound great swords and stuff were more ceremonial than actual combat. Is historically,
Yeah.
and they were like usually 7 or 8 pounds was obscene in actual human like weaponry.
Yeah. Giants can wield something that heavy though, just because they're so strong.
Oh, of course,
So
yeah.
they can make use of it. Say the ring's 10 pounds, because I feel like 20 is a bit much. And finally, the boomerang. Looks like it is... So what does it do? So it basically functions like a normal boomerang, or normal storm boomerang. There seems to be a way...
So
Let's
Go ahead.
see. What's the storm? Yeah, let me just...
I mean, from what I understand, it just sounds like it's a beefed up storm boomerang.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah,
storm
There is
boomerang?
a storm boomerang.
yeah, but the storm boomerang you can only do the lightning effect once per.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
know
I
if
mean.
per
It's like
day
the
or per month.
buffed up version.
So,
It's,
Yeah, so
what-
you, yeah, so it would basically be. Why can I not find it now? That's weird, because I looked this up
I
last
just looked
time.
up. Yeah, I looked it up just like literally
It's
just
from
then.
Princes of
Storm
the
boomerang.
Apocalypse, the normal storm boomerang. It's been on
Am I
Nasira's wish
spelling
list.
boomerang wrong?
She's just linked it into the chat.
So I can use it again and again and again, but the thunder damage only happens stun. Oh, it
Once
has the
every
ability
time
to
you
stun.
recharge an elemental node.
Yeah. Oh. What is whatever is that? Okay, I don't remember that.
Yeah, for some reason the boomerang isn't even
That
showing
might
up for me.
be
That's
be
weird.
campaign specific, so we could
Yeah, I
probably
think so.
figure out what the equivalent is.
So yeah, you would guess that he was using like some inert magic to do what he was doing, but this without that will
Have
just
it work.
function like a storm boomerang.
Okay, so it wouldn't be like a buffed storm boomerang, like even if I was able to figure out how to wield it. It would be just normal.
Exactly. If you wielded it, it would just act like a normal storm boomerang.
It might not be as valuable as I thought then. I mean, I still want a storm boomerang, but tracking down a magic user that might be able to like resize this is probably not going to happen anytime soon. So.
All right. So now let's see about your rest. Yeah. So another hour would pass after that 30 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. For whatever reason, I cannot find the storm boomerang now. So it is now 8 o'clock in the evening. Luckily, it doesn't seem like there are any other giants. You figure that spy probably just went back to the camp. Because remember, there was a third one who left.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was actually going to bring that up.
Yeah.
Uh,
So what do you want to do?
I think my short rest button is oh, no, here it is. It was just big, dodgy.
Before we actually get the short, does Nasira's medkit recharge on short rest or long rest?
Short.
Before you do, would you be able to heal me from it?
Sure.
Because I don't want to spend hit dice.
I just rolled exactly half of my hit dice.
Eldwin, did you get hit at all?
No.
I'll go ahead and heal myself as well. So yeah, so Nasira is not at full health, but she's not. She's pretty high.
All right.
I'm pretty high too.
So what do you want to do?
And how's Seal? Did he get hit?
He did, but he just regenerated.
Okay, all right, we're good.
Yeah, he regens 10 every 6 seconds.
Forgot about that. As long as he doesn't take certain types of damage, right?
No, I think
No,
it's
he
just
just regens.
Nice.
as long as he's not at 0.
The only problem is he blows up the party sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright, so Dosha actually is gonna spend some hit dice as well.
I'll use Arcane Recovery.
Okay,
That's
I am
means
gonna
22.
call rest, but I won't heal from it.
What's his max? I should just track his HP on his, okay, it's 82. Alright, so he is at 75. That's fine. He'll spend one more. Ugh. 78. Alright.
If Dosha, me, and Nasira are all still a bit wounded, I might do a quick prayer of healing if you guys want.
I mean,
You
think
he's
they'll be alright?
he's a little tired, but he's not wounded.
I'm like,
He's not at full.
I mean, you have medicine, don't you?
I do not know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nasira does not look concerned.
Yeah,
I'm,
same thing
I'm
for
not too
LJ.
bad.
She's got like a
Okay.
scratch. Just but a
We should
scratch.
be fine. Oh, prayer of healing's not a massive thing though. It's
Oh, and you said you were taking these two tents, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So at the end of your rest, we'll say you fold them up.
back to Rydick.
Yeah.
Should we tell him about the spy, or do we think it doesn't really matter at this
I
point?
think
I
we
think we
should.
should.
I think,
I
it
think
would
we
buy-
should gain favor with
Well,
him.
Yeah.
It will make him happy, Dosha would say. And it might protect his people from, although the spy will most likely be murdered.
Although,
And Johan
more
might be
the
able
cla-
to identify him even since he saw him
yeah,
a
Yeah.
little
that's true.
closer than the rest of us.
And to be fair, the more they like us, the less likely they are to probably try and eat some of our people. So, yeah,
Although-
probably tell them.
Perhaps the spy could be useful to us if we have this information over him, as he knows us telling them will get him killed. He would
What
probably
if
be willing to
we-
do whatever we want,
Yeah.
which is a little
we
more
could-
evil than Dosha would usually be, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Another option is that if his people know he's a spy and are gonna kill him, we could step in on his behalf and say like, hey, we could use, I don't know, see if we can basically save his life. So then he's like our guy.
You would guess that, yeah, I mean, knowing that he was a spy, they probably would just kill him unless you, like, really begged them not to and had a good reason. You could try, but
Mhm.
they probably wouldn't
don't
be
think-
too happy learning that, especially the leader who seems to really hate this guy.
I don't think him, like us convincing him to leave him alive, would help us more than them just being happy that we told them about the spy.
Yeah.
Or
I was-
blackmail him.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking of kind of a different scenario that, yeah, I don't know that it applies as well here.
What of the magical items? Should we give them to the storm
magical
giant? The giant items, the magical ones.
What magic items?
The
I think
scimitar,
maybe-
the boomerang, the ring.
I don't
I
know
think-
what you're talking about.
I think LJ is
Oh.
just trying to play stupid. I think maybe we don't bring them up at first.
now.
Maybe we talk to Rydick about how all these tithes they want would talk. Like, they were talking about paying them a tithe, and the other guy was talking about paying a tithe. So
Well,
maybe
the
we need to discuss that.
If we paid the storm giant a tithe, it was, or the first guy, it was
Reddick.
if we wanted him to agree to protect our
Oh.
our citizens.
He also said he'd discuss that with your people.
Right, when they arrive, what the tithe would be.
Because it sounded he
but
more
then when
wanted
we went-
supplies.
But then when we went and talked with the other group, they basically said that they would require a tithe just for us to like live near them. So I don't know. It's kind of, the first guy didn't necessarily say we'd have to pay him unless we wanted him to actively
He's-
protect them.
Yeah, Varkan was more like, if you pay us a tithe, if something happens, I will personally come and help.
Right.
That's how I remember it, anyway.
Yeah.
The second ones, I think they just really wanted treasure more than anything, but they might be open to whatever else we might have of value.
Yeah,
And
the Cloud
and from-
Giants.
And I'm pretty sure Varkan said that the Cloud Giants already pay him a tithe, so I don't know if maybe we would come under their tithe if we were living here.
So confusing. I just want to get the
Something to discuss
Candelians
when we get
settled. Let's get the Candelians settled. Let's just do what we need to do to get them settled and safe, and then we can go after our dragon friend.
Well, they should arrive in, I think it was 2 days from now.
Sounds right.
Yeah, 2-3 days, something like that.
Alright, so are you heading back now? It's pretty late, or do you want to try to long rest here?
I think we.
I think we should
back.
head back.
It was only a
Alright.
few hours travel to the Cloud Giant area, wasn't it?
How are we closer to our ship or the cloud giants, or like what's the?
You are
Are we getting our
closer
bearings?
to the Cloud Giants. The ship was, let's say it was like 2 hours south of the Cloud Giants, and the Cloud Giants are 3 hours away from you now, so it's like 5 hours to get back to the ship.
All right. So the ship is south of the dragon's lair.
Well, it's south of the Cloud Giants.
Oh,
I
It's
think we're
it's
more
near
like
the
up
Dragon's
Europe.
Lair. Well, no,
Gotcha.
those are like days of travel. So you're like at the northern end of the square. Your ship is like
Okay.
down near the southern end.
I think we should maybe try and move since we just had a rest, guys. But if there's anyone he feels like that we really shouldn't, then just speak up.
All right. Do you want to head to your ship or to the Cloud Giants?
Might as well
Cloud
head for the cloud giants first since it's on the way.
All right. So doing some overland travel, I will take a survival check, at least one survival check, and someone can assist with survival or knowledge nature.
Oh my word! You know that no one has nature in this group.
I always mention
Dosha,
it
I think,
anyway.
is the only person who can help.
Oh,
us.
Dosha, yeah.
Oh, Dosha? All right, sure. Dosha can, since he's out with you, try to roll. Dosha. So he does survival. All right, so Dosha is very good at navigating, taking you quickly through the caves. He will get you back in 2 hours instead of 3.
Nice.
So it is now 10 when you reach the Cloud Giants settlement. They allow you entry because you're friends with them. What do you want to do now that you're in the Cloud Giant settlement?
I guess we should go ahead and tell him. We don't necessarily have to discuss the items, but let us go ahead and inform him of our
So-
success and.
The items are pretty big if you're carrying them on you. I'm not sure
Oh, I
you
thought
can conceal them.
Though,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Just like it would be hard to conceal them if you're bringing them like into his tent. I don't think they would. Well, the ring would fit in the bag of holding, but the sword and the boomerang would not. They'd be too big to get through the opening.
Before we arrive, then as a group, I would ask, like, what are we may be able to use these as gifts or trades with the giants, but do we want to keep them under our hat for now, or do we care if they know we have them? Any thoughts?
One quick clarification: you did say the ring did fit.
Yes, the ring does.
Okay. Well, I think I think we don't really care if we give them the sword or not, and the boomerang will show as proof that we've killed him. It's just going to be whether or not they want to try and take it.
All right, so Nasira's got a 40-pound or 30-pound, 40-pound boomerang on her back, and the ring we put in the bag. Did we say?
Yeah.
And Leo's got a big old scimitar on his back. So I guess we're prancing into camp, and it looks like Johan sees the spy as we enter.
Yeah, he would point him out. He would say, the spy is here. He's kind of avoiding us. Being careful not to make contact.
So I assume we're greeted by some guards.
Yeah, they just allow you entry because you're on neutral terms with them. You're allowed to enter the camp right now.
I kind of
Unless you want to
whisper-
role play with them, I'll just say they let you in.
Okay. Just as we kind of admitted to the gate before we go too much further, like I would very subtly kind of ask the others, should we tell the guards to detain the spy? He may try to leave while we are speaking with.
Well, if you want me to, I
Well,
can stay at the gate while you
I assume
talk.
there's more than one way in and out, right?
Sorry, what?
There's probably more than one way in and out of there. somewhere,
Yeah,
right?
there's a couple of entry points into
But
this
since we-
camp.
Since we see the spy, like, do we want to mention to the guards that he should be detained, and we'll speak with their leader and give more information shortly?
I
Because he
mean,
may try to leave while we're.
are they even going to? Are they even going to listen to us?
They might not. I don't know. But when all the truth is known, then if we tried to make sure he didn't get away and he escapes, then we did our part.
Well, it doesn't seem like he's trying to run. He's
right.
acting. He's acting normally. He probably doesn't know that you know. He probably doesn't even know if you killed the guy or not.
Except for the giant weapons on our backs.
That's true. You do have the weapons. Well, so far he hasn't made a run for it.
All right. So I'll ask the guard if we can see what's his face, their leader.
Yeah. So you go to his tent, and Rydek will admit you. He says, "You have his boomerang, so you were successful."
Yes, a fine weapon it is.
Says, so Voshak is dead. Excellent. You
Before
have,
we go
have
into any
earned my
detail-
respect, little ones. I honestly did not think you capable.
Before we go into any detail, we may have a piece of information that might be valuable to you, and might require some expediency to ensure that it is under your control.
Yes.
When we arrived at the camp of the rebels, one of your own was there. He did not observe us as we observed him. Or by we, of course, I mean my companion gesture to Johan. He is quite silent when he wishes to be, and got quite close.
What?
But this
Where is
very
he?
one, I let Johan give the description and where we saw him when we entered, or whatever.
All right. So he will say to several of his guards and giant, "With me, we must catch this traitor." And Johan will lead them to the guy who is going to kind of start moving away, but realize it's too late as there's some yelling and a bunch of guards come running up. And
Nasir's gonna stay in his tent as he leaves and kick back in the cushiest chair.
all right.
Very.
So for those of you who followed, yeah, this giant is surrounded and taken prisoner. And Rydek would say, "This is the one, you're sure?" And the giant is, of course, denying it. He says, "These little ones are trying to get me killed. They're traitors. I never would turn against my people." And he would say, "Are you sure this is him?" To the group, because your guy isn't here, so you guys have to kind of do this.
Does
if
he
you-
have a twin?
If you don't believe us, tomorrow morning I can prepare a spell that compels the truth.
I'll take up to 2 persuasions from the group. I'll give you advantage on these.
I think that's especially me and Sarah, even though I didn't say anything.
Nasira didn't follow because she figured they were just going to go like detain him and then come back and ask us more
Oh.
questions.
Well, they
I
brought him
thought-
back to
There
the
you go.
tent.
Oh, he did. Okay. Well, there you go. Looks like Leo's got it.
So, Leo, you're going to, I assume, say that this is the guy?
Yeah, basically.
Like, I trust my friend, this is him. So Rydick says, "Traitor, you will be put to death for such for such horrible actions. You knew the danger of that Voshak posed to us, yet you would aid him, and you would say, your leadership is flawed and you are weak. Kill me if you wish, but you should not have been in charge. Voshak is stronger. You won your leadership through treachery." And he roars as he takes out his Morning Star and just bashes the guy's head in.
Oh my word.
As he
Ugh.
falls over dead, and he slams him a bunch on the ground, like splattering him. He says, "Take this pile of garbage out of my tent." He seems really pissed off. He says, "Thank you, small ones. I owe you. If he had stayed in
Yeah.
our camp, who knows what treachery he would have brought."
Yes, it seems we have now aided you twice. And we hope that this is a beginning of a worthwhile friendship.
Give me a persuasion with advantage.
Yeah, I can't help with this. There we go.
And he will nod and say, "I will not forget this. I do not forget my friends. And you have proven to me that that your group, at least, is trustworthy and skilled. So, as a reward, as promised, I shall let your people settle nearby."
Shall we scout for a location ourselves, or are there suggestions where you would prefer us to?
I think he did mention that there was a nice sizable location he knew of.
So there's the
Okay.
one you found, which he would let you settle. He could show you a closer one, and I'll say, we'll say they'll do that in the morning because it's kind of late. But he'll show you a couple of
like,
places.
even if he gives us leave to settle, I didn't know if if we're poking around looking for a place, how do we know if the place we're looking at is one that would be agreeable to him or what have you, or whether or not they would have enough. They would have obviously more intel than us on this land, so they might have good suggestions or something. So that's, I guess, what I was getting at.
So we'll just say you look at a map kind of quickly. The largest plot is actually the one that's kind of far, the one that you came through. But there are some closer ones that are smaller, but would be easier for the giants to like help defend.
Do the smaller ones have the still? Are they still adequate for our numbers and some growth?
Probably it.
Okay. And do they still have adequate like access to like water and fertile land, or is it diminished? compared to the larger-
Well, I'll say like yeah. I mean, your colony should still do fine in either location. You might be if you were further away from the giants, like you might be in less danger if like the giants had problems. But it depends on how close you want to be to them. If you want to be like right near them or like a little further away.
All right. Well, we
This
will
might
take.
be-
What's
Sorry,
up,
you say
Ben?
your thing.
I was just going to say that we will consider these two locations and discuss with our people when they arrive and inform you of the decision that we come to.
Very well.
Yeah, that's more or less what I was going to say.
And he says, "Very well, and again, thank you for killing Voshak." He says, "I don't suppose you would give me the boomerang. It is something I have coveted since I had to deal with that bastard."
It is a weapon that I quite covet myself, you see. She'll actually take one of her boomerangs out of the where they're tucked behind her back, and what would she say? I do wish it was not quite so sizable, as of course this impedes my immediate use of the item, but there are magics in the world that could change that. However, since you could use it immediately, perhaps you could trade something that might be more immediately useful to my companions or myself.
He says, "Let me see what I have." What rarity is the storm boomerang? Because I still can't find it.
Uncommon.
It's uncommon, yeah, it's not very.
Uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
boomerang that once a day does the thing. It's not very.
Yeah.
So
It's really only special to Nasira because she was looking for ranged bludgeoning options that weren't slings. So I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
And I just need a range option that would tons of me.
let me see what he has.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be equivalent either. Like it just anything that's useful to any of us could be maybe a worthwhile trade.
So
And I would even say, like, in fact, if you have any other items that perhaps are of some value but not immediate use to you, then please do let us know, as we could potentially arrange additional items to trade to you.
he
In other words,
says,
show me what you got.
I do have some treasures from the smaller folk that might be of use to you. What does he have? So he'll take out from like his treasury a small rod and say, this is an interesting item that is not very useful to me because it is too small for me to operate, but if a certain button is pressed, the rod just stays motionless no matter where it is.
LJ pulls out a
Another
rod.
But you're
rule.
not.
Okay.
LJ pulls
Taylor-
out the rod and does the same thing.
He just starts doing pull-ups on it.
So you are familiar. Says, well, that is the only thing I, well, actually, I have these boots.
Oh.
They're the what I'm thinking of. Johan might like them.
There are a lot of boot options, but yeah. What is
Not that are
a
uncommon.
bunch of-
Oh, uncommon. Yeah, good point.
So
Depending on what it is, I can think of two that would be useful to LJ.
these are.
Oh, there's like 4 options of uncommon boots. Yeah.
Does not say the rarity. That's weird.
I only know of the one. I didn't know there were so many uncommon boots.
There's not. I mean, they're not super like. Yeah, they're.
Alright, well, so basically, they are boots of striding and sprinting.
Ooh.
They require
Yeah,
attunement, I believe.
Yeah.
Anyone
I
in
think
the
that'd
party
be-
interested in those?
If I'm remembering it correctly, it could go either to me or Johan.
Do you
Oh,
have-
striding and springing?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, springing.
Yeah.
So your speed is 30 feet. Even though, like, it basically can't be reduced if you're encumbered or wearing heavy armor, and you can jump up to 3 times the normal distance whenever you jump.
The thing is, for me, would be only the jump part of it, because I can
But you already
combine it
have
with
a
the
ring of
ring of
jumping?
jumping.
Yeah, if you're gonna
And-
attune to something and you don't get anything else from this, then you might as well keep the ring, right?
I'm half tempted to, because then I could wear heavy armor without worrying about my. But I can't remember if not having the strength for heavy armor does anything except for the movement speed.
It doesn't actually say anything about your strength or your stealth. It just means it doesn't encumber your speed. So if you don't have the strength for the armor, then this isn't going to help you with that.
Well, no, because I thought, what's the thing that's like?
Well, heavy armor
can't-
automatically slows you down, I believe, right?
I thought that was only if you didn't have the strength for it, but maybe I'm misremembering.
I can go
That was
look
my
it
thought,
up.
but I could be wrong as well. I'm not necessarily like. I mean, if someone and do we think Johan would be interested? I don't know his exact build.
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
what would feel valuable to him.
I think
Yeah,
Johan
the
would be
strength
best
score is
for
to
it.
not reduce your speed. So if I wore them, I could wear heavy armor without increasing my strength.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So do you guys
That's
want to make
the
this
strength requirement, you mean?
Yeah,
Gotcha. All right.
I just looked it up. The strength requirement is only to not reduce your speed.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could see if he has anything else.
Wait,
So-
as a cleric, do you get heavy armor?
Twilight gets heavy armor and martial weapons.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
several of the cleric subclasses get.
Seems
I actually
balanced.
started off in heavy armor, but then I remembered I didn't have the strength, so I swapped it out.
Sure, you give Twilight Cleric everything else. Just give him heavy armor, too.
It's
did.
Ferric. What did you expect?
So if we got those boots, I could swap out the plate armor, and I could maybe get rid of my ring.
Yeah,
If
I'm
you
pretty
feel
sure.
like,
I
and
think
you're-
I'm good.
and you're good on
What-
attunement slots.
I would have to swap something out, but I could. Like, I'm
What-
pretty alright. The only thing I could see myself swapping it out with is maybe my ring of protection.
And
I
Johan's an
probably-
arcane rogue, right?
I believe so.
So this probably
Yeah.
wouldn't. Probably not going to want to wear heavier armor or anything, right? Because he wants to be sneaky and dexterous, right?
Yes, most likely. He'd probably just
the
want it
jump-
for the jumping if he was going to take
Yeah, the
these.
jump. I don't know. What do you
same
guys
thing
think?
for me. I mean,
I think it's
Yeah.
better than the rod.
It is
if
better than
Andre takes it, and then he could give me his ring protection, and my AC goes up even more.
I probably wouldn't do it straight away. I would want armor to switch into, but then I also would lose my bonus to saving throws.
And to be fair, I mean, the rod is not a bad item. It's just we happen to already have one. It doesn't hurt for us to have another rod, but I don't know. The fact that this requires attunement for me makes it less valuable because I feel like we're all gonna fill up our attunement slots at some point, you know. But I'm
Maybe
fine to
just
go.
take the rod then.
I'm fine to go with the consensus. Whatever you all think.
All right, so yeah, do you want to trade the boomerang for one of these?
Would you be in any Leo? Were you planning to keep that sword?
I'll say
Not-
this. Nasira's
not
the one who wanted to
really.
keep the boomerang, so I'll let her choose. I'll defer to her
Yeah.
choice.
Oh, if would you have any interest in the scimitar?
He says, not really to trade, but perhaps I could give you some gold for it. He says,
How
I will also take it off your
much?
hands if you don't wish to carry it. He says, what do you all need a giant magical sword for, anyway?
It's very, very cool.
Yeah, she has a point.
He sighs, he says, alright, how about I give you 200 gold for it? 200 of your gold coins.
It's not the best. This
Give
is
up. I'm not
For
sure.
an uncommon item, that's not the worst.
yeah,
it's
not
pretty
the
low.
best, not the worst.
That's more like common item pricing.
Well,
In fact, I've
it's
paid,
like
I've
low.
paid more than that for common. Magic
You would
items.
know it's like low for like an uncommon. Like usually
Uh,
it takes about 300 to create. To buy it's like between 2 and like 6 or 700 usually.
Yeah.
I will say, if you up that by 100 gold, we will accept.
What?
Give me a
You
persuasion.
know, you just jumping in and making decisions for the group without talking to us.
It's a sword.
Yeah, I
He
know,
isn't
but
going to
it's,
trade out for a magic item.
I was hoping that. Yeah. Okay. I was.
Yeah, give me a persuasion if you're gonna.
I mean, I don't think 300 is like.
So is
enough to
Nasira gonna like
way.
say no to that? Is she gonna be like, that is not
She's
like, is
gonna
she
make-
RPing it?
She's gonna make a face and like roll her eyes and
All right.
cross her arms but stay silent.
So she's gonna
Because she knows that no one, that 300 gold is worthless, is not going to make her change anything for us. But even uncommon magic items that aren't necessarily crazy valuable aren't easy to find, you know?
All right. So Nasira kind of seems annoyed by this, but she doesn't say anything. He'll say, "Very well, I will pay 300." And he seems happy with that deal. So he'll give you. Go
He
ahead
should
and
be happy.
who's he giving the 300 to? Who's taking it?
I'm
Probably
assuming
just
the
put it
guy
in
with
the
the sword.
treasury.
And
Putting
I'll
it.
put
All right,
yeah.
sure. Go ahead and put it in the treasury then. So he takes the sword. Go ahead and take the subtract the giant sword and give yourselves 300 GP to the party treasury.
And you have no other items of any interesting quirks or abilities or functions than these two. Gesture into the rod and the boots.
He says we have some potions if you're looking to buy, but I mean these items are mostly from some treasuries that we managed to pilfer in our travels. Those
Very
were the only two we have right now, and like I said, some potions if you're interested. We can't really use them because they're too small.
I mean, we would be interested in knowing your in perusing your potion stash, as they could be of interest to us.
You would guess he has someone who can identify magical items, since he knows what all these are. Sure, so he would have a potion of greater healing and a... what's the other one? 2 potions of greater healing and 4 normal healing potions.
If you throw in that potion of greater healing, and did we decide we prefer the boots or the rod, guys?
Maybe the boots,
that-
just because it's a different thing.
Okay, so if you throw in that potion of greater healing and the boots, I will give you this boomerang and be glad that it will see action at the hands of one who can wield it.
Give me a persuasion. He seems to be wavering a little. Do you want to try to buff that at all with anything?
Oh, I have no way of buffing that.
All right.
Well, I
Story
mean,
point?
well,
You
I
could.
rolled. I rolled a 14. So, I mean,
All right.
sure. I'll.
He'll.
I mean, do I have to take the reroll when I?
You would have to take the reroll.
I don't. Yeah, I think I should stick with
All
that.
right. So if you stick with the 20, he'll say, "I'll give you a regular healing potion, not a
2.
greater." Sorry, what?
2 regular.
2 regular? Give me another persuasion check. He says, "Fine, 2 regular."
You cannot use them
Damn.
anyway. She'll take it off her back.
This is why I'm agreeing to it. All right, so he gives you the boots and the 2 regular healings, and you would give him the boomerang, which he seems really happy about.
I'll hand
Actually,
the
he
boots
takes the
on.
scimitar as well.
I'll hand the boots to Anvir. You can figure out whether those are better for you or Johan, and then I'll hand the healing potions to LJ because he usually needs healing potions.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I
make
have
sure
I'm
you
not- I don't know
guys
what
make sure you guys record those. He would say also he did steal some art objects from our treasury. I don't suppose you found those in his camp. They were some human paintings as well as a hookah, whatever they're called, hookah thing, and a rug.
And we-
I will
we
not
haven't-
say anything.
I think
Quick
the
class-
rug is on Theo's shoulders, isn't it?
Yeah, Seal should have the right.
the other stuff's in the bag, right?
I'll say Seal's
course.
hanging out outside right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Alright.
know if we cook the hookah.
Oh, did you leave the hookah?
Did you give us a price on it? If you gave us a price on it, we
Uh,
took it. Otherwise, we did.
Didn't. So
I
just
took
in,
the weed.
I mean, you could. Yeah, you took the weed. If you want the hookah, I'll say. I don't know if it would be worth much, but it would just be a big hookah. I mean,
if it was
maybe.
just a big hookah that didn't look valuable, then we wouldn't have taken it.
Yeah, basically just like
I would
for
say
smoking.
I do recall seeing this hookah. We did not know it was valuable. It might be still there if you wish to send someone.
It says, what about the rest? The paintings, the other things? I mean, I don't know.
We
You
haven't
took
been
2
told.
big tents. Those didn't have value, so I don't know what you guys are.
They
I
have
said, do
value
we
to
have
us. They have use.
Maybe you
Not-
want
not
to set up a
gold.
hookah bar in one of your tents. I don't know.
Hookah bar doesn't happen with one hookah.
I mean, it's a big hookah. You can put a
Okay.
bunch of maybe a bunch of little
Do
hookah
we have the mental
straws.
link up?
Probably not because he's not here. It's technically background
Eldwin
characters.
does it, doesn't
One
he?
is here.
Oh, Eldwin does it. So yeah, I guess you'd probably have it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't want to say stuff if I wouldn't be able to say it through the head. It's like, I mean, I think we want to gather favor with him. Maybe we should just give it to him.
Let's
like-
what was all the stuff? Let me go check real quick here.
It was,
was
the rug
2
and the 2
tents
paintings.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
fine.
wasn't a lot.
I mean, they're
But
not
they-
that valuable.
They're
Let's
not that valuable. And
the
it,
weed
it,
and pull
again,
out
it,
the other stuff, make more friends.
All right. So if you
Um,
give it to him, so you are giving it to him.
I pull it out of the bag.
Yeah.
All right. So he seems happy about
I
that.
think we'd have to call Seal in with the
Seal with the rug. All right. Yeah. So you give all the stuff to him. He will thank you and give you another 100 GP for your troubles.
I prefer the potions.
Give me a persuasion.
You realize you're only going to pretty much use those potions on me, right?
He
On
says,
what? Yeah, pretty much.
You're pushing your luck. Fine. I'll give you one of the graders.
Very good. Thank
So
you.
you get a greater
Very
healing
kind.
potion. Go ahead and get rid
And
of
I
I,
those
do
I, do
hard
not, I do
objects.
not intend to push your luck, but of course you mentioned you cannot use these, and they are useful to us, so keep your beautiful gold.
He says, well, I can still trade these. They're valuable. Just like my art objects that you recovered. But fine, a deal has been made. Take your potion. So yeah, you get a greater healing and you lose those art objects. Let's do a break. It's pretty late at this point. I'll say it's about 10:30 in the evening.
I think we'd probably ask whether we can like rest here, or I assume that we can.
Yeah,
go
he
ahead.
would say you're free to set up camp in town if you want. The town is fairly safe from small outside threats, so feel free to stay here. You are allies to our encampment. And yeah, let's do a 10-minute break.
All right. So he acted like we were really pushing him on the deals, but honestly, we did a couple tasks for him in a row. We killed the dude, and then we brought him the spy, and then we gave him the weapons he wanted, and
Yeah.
I definitely feel like he got the better end of the deal on a couple of those trades.
The only reason I didn't care too much that we got a little undersold on that sword is we couldn't use it anyway.
Yeah.
And I
But-
feel
but-
like it would have been very hard to sell it to anybody who wasn't a giant.
Right. I was just hoping to get not let on that it wasn't as valuable to us, because if we could use it, it would have been of more value, and so that was kind of the value I was trying to shoot for. But yeah, no. I mean, and even there at the end, like when he tried to give me, what was it, 100 gold for the art objects? If we were in a city where we could find healing potions easily, you can usually buy regular healing potions for like 50, but the thing is we're
Raiders
not
are
in a
about
city. We're not in a city, and they take a while to brew. So to me, it's more valuable to grab, even if they're little potions. I think that was more valuable than gold.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Too cold in Australia.
It's too hot here.
Yeah,
At
and
least
I
he
mean, this
didn't ask for the weed.
he didn't even mention it, right? This group is not like filthy rich, but we do have Nasira's got almost 100 platinum in her pocket. So.
Still can't believe that comment, LJ. Not that much. Like £1 is like $1,000 in Australia.
I mean, don't
But
you buy
yeah.
by the ounce?
Yeah, and it's like and depending on how good of a stuff you're
Pounds,
trying to
like
get,
it must be a
like
huge packet to be pounds instead of ounces.
yeah, I have seen somebody with a pound of weed before, and it was like the size of their torso, and that was like compacted down as far as they could like squish it.
I am an innocent bibbit. I have never seen weed.
I
I'm-
am innocent as well. It totally
No,
is not
I
illegal.
actually, I have been in the company of people who were smoking, but I honestly, I've never tried it, and I don't like. I wouldn't even know how to pack a pipe. I have no idea.
It's illegal in Australia technically.
I care not
What?
to comment.
It varies depending on where you are in Australia and what you're using it for. Like, it's medically legal in a few places, and a couple places it's recreationally legal, and a couple of places it's just
Yeah.
got
The
caught
U.S.
with it,
has
you're done.
got more and more states where it's medically legal, but we're still kind of working on the recreational part.
Yeah, well, like, you're more ahead of it than like Australia is. I think we only have one state where it's recreational legal.
I'm not sure. Honestly, it's not something I follow very closely, so I'm not even sure if it is recreationally legal anywhere here yet. But it's definitely
think
medical. But 10 years ago, it wasn't medically legal anywhere here, and it's like there's quite a few states now, I believe. I mean, there's a dispensary a couple miles from me, that's opened in the last 2 years. So, and I am an extremely conservative, like red state, so. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I mean, we have been a red state lately, but I guess that's in the past we were more of a swing state. But
Okay,
I just found a little map here that shows where it's legal and not, and there's quite a few places in America where it's legal.
Maine,
Very
Alaska,
few.
Michigan, Arizona, Oregon, Nevada, Vermont, Hawaii, Connecticut, California, Montana,
Hold
Colorado,
on, I'm just
Maryland.
gonna name. Hold on, I'm gonna make this list a lot shorter. I don't know what places these are, but ID,
Illinois.
that's Idaho,
Yeah, Idaho.
WY,
Wyoming,
Wyoming.
NE.
Nebraska.
It's like middle-ish. It's like a couple states up from Texas. Looks like it's above Kansas.
I don't know. I don't know all the abbreviations.
I think
WY.
that's Nevada. New York.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Nevada,
think it's
you're right.
Nevada actually.
It is.
Yeah.
No,
WY.
NE is Nebraska.
Is it okay? Nebraska then. There's
Nevada
WY,
is NV. Yeah. Sorry, what was the next one?
WY,
Wisconsin,
IN,
Indiana,
and SC.
South Carolina.
Those are the only places where they have no legality whatsoever.
Gotcha. But I think most of the places that have it now, it is medical. It is specific, but it's growing. Yeah.
So Texas, I think that's Kansas, KS.
Yeah.
I think that's PN. I'm guessing is Tennessee.
Pennsylvania. Oh, TN. Sorry, I thought you said. Oh, I think Tennessee. I was thinking you said PN, but Pennsylvania is PA anyway. So.
Yeah, and then there's GA
Georgia.
and NC, which I'm guessing is North Carolina.
Yes.
Those places, it's medically.
I think that list is actually. I think there's more than that.
Yeah, hold on. This is like loating. It says low THC medical legality.
Oh, so there's probably like different levels of like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then there's a few other places where it's just any form is legal medically, and then there's it's very close to 50-50 on where it's medical versus recreational as well.
Now I'm curious.
More medical. Oh, I'll post this one into the chat for you.
So last November it was on the ballot for us. So now I'm looking it up now because I honestly haven't been following it. I mean, I voted to legalize it because I don't think it should be illegal. Tax it if you want to. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
but
I just sent the map I was looking at in the main chat there.
cool. Oh, so yeah, it's now in effect in Ohio. So that's why there's a dispensary that has appeared, near me.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Oh, we are allowed to grow up to 6 plants, individually or up to 12 per household. Look at
Very
that. I'm learning things about my own state.
Well, there's only one place you're allowed to do it recreational in Australia, and even then, their laws compared to that is so low.
Yeah.
So Canberra's the only place I know of where it's 100% like you're fine to carry it anywhere you bloody go. You're only allowed up to 50 dried and 150 fresh grams. And you can only grow like 2 plants per person, up to 4.
And I assume the fresh is like dried is like
Done. It's prepared.
right. But it's the weight would be far less. So I imagine that's a lot more drugs, you know, to have the same amount of dried as fresh, because fresh is going to have a lot more water content and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's a huge difference in it, but like it is a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know. I've never like gone through
Same.
the whole
I'm
process or
speculating.
anything.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. If there are stream watchers that are like, these idiots.
I have partaken in the past. I know I've met some people who have grown in the past, and they've gone through some of the intricacies with me, but I hadn't retained much of that information.
Yeah.
I had no need to.
I don't even really have a really good reason why I have never tried it. I mean, I did have asthma pretty badly, like, you know, up through into my early 20s and stuff, and so I was worried, like, of
So
being
do
that,
I.
like, idiot coughing like crazy, like, the first time I tried it, and everyone at the party laughing at me, you know?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
That's the
Can you
first
guys
we've
hear me
heard you.
now?
We heard you say, "Can you guys hear me?" That was the first.
The only thing I don't like about this headset, there's no mute button. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
don't worry about us. We're just talking about weed.
I know, I was listening. I just have to mute myself on Discord.
I don't know though. Headsets with mute buttons, I've gotten in trouble with that because I've occasionally had them where I pushed the mute button and it didn't actually mute and I didn't know it.
My favorite form of headset is ones where like the mic will flip up and it will mute when it's flipped up.
Oh, I wonder if that works. Hang on.
Well, I'm not hearing you at the moment, so maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it does. So if I flip up...
Hey, cool. You got a fancy headset.
Glad I mentioned it.
Yeah, it's only on when it's down. That's good to know.
Nice.
I'm going to go
Yeah,
back to
that is-
eating my salad.
Glad I brought that up now.
Crunch. Salad. That sounds good. I haven't had a salad in a while.
Closest I get to a salad is the one they put on my burger.
My father-in-law, like, will go out to eat, and he's there's only a few things he'll eat. He'll eat lasagna, manicotti, and burgers, and that's about it. And and whenever he gets a burger, he'll say to the server, he'll be like, "No salad." And of course he means lettuce, tomato, onion, you know, but like he'll say no salad. I've hosted Christmas quite a few years, over the last 20 years, and his dad's like got a very like you're not serving turkey, like, you know, like you have to serve the very specific things you have to serve, like, or he's just flabbergasted. But yeah, one year I put out a tossed salad, and he's like, "What's that for?"
You got a rabbit coming to the table?
And the thing is the salad was gone. Like, everyone else ate it, but he didn't.
Oh, I love a good salad.
Same. And it's funny because, like, I mean, people joke about it being diet food or rabbit food, but I mean, honestly, if you're putting lots of
you
toppings
can-
on there,
Yeah, you can make a very unhealthy salad. It tastes
you can
amazing.
absolutely, like, it doesn't have to be. You can have a delicious salad that isn't terribly unhealthy, but it's not rabbit food, you know. It's
Yeah.
a full course meal. Like, you know, if you like are adding proteins and like toppings and dressings.
A
and all
simple
that.
salad is always the best salad, though, to me.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite, like, healthy salad is some chicken, some lettuce, some tomato, and a bit of vinaigrette dressing.
Yeah. No, that sounds great. I mean, I actually really like to add like sunflower seeds and like maybe a few more veggies, cucumber or something in there. But yeah, that sounds lovely to me.
Yeah.
I'd
People
prefer
dog
I'd
on them.
prefer sunflower seeds over like croutons.
People dog on like the classic salads we sell at Macca's, but they're nice salads.
I don't even know if the McDonald's here do they have salads? I know they have
We
at
do.
different points over the years, but currently right now today, I don't know if salads are on the McDonald's menus here.
They're always there. They
Are they?
just,
Yeah,
They just don't
if it's like
necessarily advertise them.
Um,
yeah,
I also
it's the
just don't
same
go
with like
there
our
enough to,
wraps
like,
and
know.
stuff. They don't show them a lot, but we have them.
Yeah,
I'm
actually,
not gonna lie. If
the
I'm sorry, go ahead.
well, the McDonald's salad isn't terrible. Like they actually have pretty
Yeah?
good ingredients.
Oh,
like
cool.
the lettuce
Yeah.
is pretty fresh, and like the salad dressing is pretty decent. It's just no one
Okay.
ever goes
Yeah.
to McDonald's to get a salad, so it's
Right.
very rarely like actually ordered.
If
I
am
used to eat
in a-
them a lot when I went through keto diet.
Yeah.
if I'm in a situation where I want fast food or I need food, like I kind of go to Wendy's before I go to McDonald's.
We don't really have that in Australia.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Go to
I just
Taco
feel like
Bell.
the burgers just seem a little more like real meat to me. And honestly, Wendy's has some pretty nice salads.
I just love their clapbacks online.
Yes, I've heard. I've actually. I don't really follow Twitter, but I've definitely seen memes in social media about their Twitter.
I don't know who's in charge of that Twitter, but they go off.
Right. Also, Wendy's started in my hometown, so the first Wendy's was here.
It's cool.
The original Wendy's actually is gone now, but like when I was in high school, there was a museum I worked at, like kind of as an internship type job in high school, and across the street was the original Wendy's, and so that's all we ate. That's where we went for lunch every day.
If for some reason it reminds me of this thing I was watching, it was like a podcasty kind of thing. And this chick was talking about how she grew up next to the Trader Joe.
The Trader Joe.
Like
Trader Joe.
not the store, the person.
Oh.
But like this was like after he was successful and stuff, so he was like in a huge ass mansion and just
Oh, so your next door neighbor, but like you're half an acre away or something.
yeah, effectively.
Walled
Alright.
garden.
Is everyone back? Give me a back in chat if you're back.
No, I am totally not back.
Well, then don't type back in chat.
Yeah, everybody's here.
LJ eliminate.
LJ might actually be AFK with his headset or something.
No, I am not back.
Say he's not here yet.
Who
I
said
mean,
that?
that's actually possible. Like he could have had like a wireless headset and walked away from the computer.
Yeah,
and
no,
he's
I'm
telling
taking
he's
him
not back.
taking it seriously. I assume he's not back
Yeah.
yet. Like if he, why else would he say that unless he's just like being a jerk or
He's
something?
messing with you, I think.
Oh, I'm absolutely being a jerk.
Oh, all right. So then everyone is back. Gotcha. All right. So we are camping at the place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, we could head back. What time is it?
like 11 midnight.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well. Like, we could head back to the ship, but it's like 2 hours. Would that interfere with our rest schedule, Lou?
100%.
So yes, you'd be there past
Okay.
midnight. So
Yeah, let's
you'd-
go ahead and crash here. If they don't give us a tent, then we can use like Onvir's hut. Yeah, let's just pass the night and then just go back to the ship in the morning, and we can inform our people on the ship what's up, and then maybe even contact the Candelians or make preparations for them.
Yeah. Maybe I should do a quick sending to them.
Yeah, if you've got extra stuff left tonight, you might as well. Yeah.
All right. You said you're
What?
doing ascending.
Yeah. I don't know who. Maybe James would be the best person to send it to.
Oh, also, Rydick would ask you about the ring as well, because you hadn't. You told him about the others, but he hadn't say anything about the ring.
Oh yeah, do we just want to give it to him as well?
That's up to you.
Because
Uh,
the only reason I was holding on to it is because I thought we might try and get favor with, using it for the big guy, but
Or you could, yeah, take
What-
it to the Storm Giant. But it's up to you.
I think that's who he meant.
So yeah, do you tell him,
No.
or do you want to tell him about the ring? You gonna say you didn't find it? You say you want to keep it?
I mean, if we're talking about this as a group, I would point out the fact that he only showed us 2 kind of mediocre uncommon magic items. Like,
sure, he might show something better for the ring.
maybe, but I kept asking him and he said that was all he had. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, go ahead. He might have been holding out.
It's like wouldn't be hurt. Wouldn't hurt to try. So yeah, I would allow us. I would allow Alger to pull the ring out of the bag holding.
One.
So he says, yes, that is it. I assume you're not going to want to give it to me, but I do have something I can offer you. I have currently one of my people owes me a life debt for something. Basically, he is enslaved to me, and I can give him to your group to use as you wish. One of my
Ooh,
cloud
Good
giants.
option. Good option. I say we might like.
Would a storm giant fit on our ship?
Cloud
giant.
giant, and absolutely not.
Yeah.
But he could be
Cloud?
with your camp.
Character that feels very icky. In character, okay, Nasira might be like, sure, whatever.
He could also be left at your settlement to help defend it.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not opposed to it purely because I think Onryu would just be like, I mean, at the very least, we could give him better conditions.
You could
That's
free
what I was
him,
thinking. It's like
yeah, and offer him money or something.
could set up a deal with a favorable deal with him
I
and
think
free him. Or
having-
something.
But he
Yeah,
would
food events,
basically
definitely.
add 1,000 pounds of like carry capacity to your camp.
I think just having the help setting up the settlement. Would be
Yeah,
nice.
just having a cloud giant to help protect people would also.
It just
be
feels
really
weird
nice.
because he's enslaved right now, but
He doesn't need to be treated like one by us.
no. So it's like, and it's like it feels like
Yeah.
like we'll just treat it a weird cultural thing and say sure.
Yeah, it would
Is there
basically
some
it'd
sort
be
of
the
time
equivalent of
limit?
10 guards and 10 laborers to your camp.
I mean, yeah,
And when-
that's not bad.
and when
He
is he
sounds
free?
yeah.
Whether or not you want to pay him is up to you. But technically, he would be working for free.
I think the idea is we would give him this and he would trade to us his slave. So it'd be like,
Yeah, he would
hey,
give you
this is your
his
guy now.
basically his cloud giant slave.
right,
You're
but-
assuming he was like captured in some kind of attack or something and is now
But if he's
enslaved to this guy.
indentured, is there a time he would have gotten free?
No, he's not indentured. He's a slave, is what it seems like.
Yeah.
it's
He said it was a life debt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, gotcha. All right.
All right, so you're taking the deal.
Unless anyone disagrees with it, I would go for it.
Are any of you good?
I am, but that's the main reason I want to go for it
Oh,
because
'cause
I
you
want
wanna
to give him
free
better
him?
conditions.
Claims
I
to
would,
be-
yeah.
Yeah,
Because I would say
I
if
am
you're good,
neutral.
you'd probably feel weird about having, slaves.
There is a reason I argued the way I did.
All
I
right,
am.
go ahead.
If I was good, it was a while ago.
Although I'm not lawful good, if that makes any changes.
This would be more good than lawful. Like, well, I guess that would depend on your character's own personal view towards such things, but
To me,
definitely
it might.
slavery is more of an evil thing. I mean, law and chaos kind of just depend on the different societies you'd come from.
Yeah,
So
my
if
viewpoint
you-
on this is we can probably give him a happier life than he's going to get being a slave with the Cloud Giants.
Yeah, I'm with Oliver's point of view on that. I felt icky about it, but
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could free him and give him the choice to stay with us, and then if he chooses to stay with us, then we know we've got a loyal companion.
yeah.
All right. So you give him the ring. One moment. and they would bring you this giant who, in giant, would say, I will not be enslaved to such small beings. And he says, you will. They have killed others of our kind and will kill you as well. Do not disobey me, slave. And he says, this is Gabesh. He is yours to do with as you see fit.
I'm just gonna look like an idiot and offer her hand to like shake his finger or something.
So he gives you kind of a bit of a dirty look and says, what do you want?
I want to greet you, sir. My name is Anvir.
Do you even understand them?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he'd be speaking. Well, no, they speak common as well. So he would speak back in common. He says, "You are greeted then. I don't know your small person customs."
That's fine.
All person customs.
What do you wish of me?
Well,
Accompany us in the morning to survey sites where we might form a settlement, and we can discuss your future.
So you also see he has a large backpack if you want him to carry stuff for you right now. As I say, he can carry up to 1,000 pounds.
I think we traded all the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he'll join your camp for now.
Well, I guess now we have a use for those tents we took, or at least one of them.
Yeah.
So I'll put him in the background of your... Wait, Otto's not in your camp, is he? No, he left.
Yeah.
Did
No,
he
he's
stay?
with the Candelians, yeah.
Yeah, he's with the Candelians. He's not in the camp, though.
Wait a second, yeah. Yeah, because we took him back to last light after. Yeah, so.
I'm gonna
yeah, I
put him
don't know if
back.
he offered. I know Garo and Yuri offered to join our camp, but we said go with.
Yeah, we were worried
Transport
about
them
the
first.
travels. Yeah, the Candelians traveling through the caverns and stuff. Like we felt like they needed them. But once they're settled, I wouldn't mind taking a few of those folks with us. A couple.
Yeah,
Maybe
same.
not all of them.
All right. So the night is passing. Let me check something. Okay, yeah, the night would pass, no issues, so go ahead and do a long rest. It is now the 88th of spring at 8 a.m. What do you want to do?
No, I think we're gonna head back to the ship. Drop off. I don't know. I guess we don't have that much stuff to drop off now that we traded it all.
Also, this giant does not have a weapon. Just FYI. Unless you want to... Well, I guess you couldn't give him a weapon because, you don't have a big enough weapon. But as
Yeah,
a slave, you wouldn't be allowed to carry a weapon normally.
Oh. Okay, well, we'll have to fix that, but maybe not immediately. We just met him.
Yeah. All right, so he will...
Gain his trust first.
Yeah, he will travel with you. Luckily, all these caves are large. If you go into other areas with him, it might take you much longer to travel, just because of his size. Though all the caves around here are pretty big, which is one of the reasons why the giants settled here.
And why a dragon would.
Yeah, exactly. Why a dragon would. So...
Onvir, did you contact the folks at the ship last night?
we kind of forgot about that.
It's fine. Let's head back to the ship.
You've left them
and
alone
then-
for long periods of time before, so I
Yeah.
assume they're fine. All right, so you get back to the ship around 10 a.m. And yeah, what do you want to do?
We'll unload whatever we don't want to carry and then kind of fill everyone in, and then let's go, I guess, survey and decide where we're going to be directing the Candelians to start setting up when they get here. Because they get here tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I mean, I won't make it too difficult or too complex. Like, basically, you can either settle closer to the giants, which would give you more, like, they'd be closer in case of need, but also, like, they'd kind of be in your business. Or you could be more separated and, like, maybe just trade with them over, like, with caravans and stuff, rather than be right next to them.
Yeah, I
It's
think
kind of up to you.
If it like takes caravans to traverse the distance, I feel like that's a little too far away to really benefit from the.
I mean, it's like a
giants.
few
I get that.
hours. It'd be a few
Okay.
hours journey. It would be like that first spot you found when you were heading north. You could, because that was a
Alright, what do you
large
guys think?
area.
I kind of vote for closer, but also I see the advantages of further. So, what does everyone thought?
Go ahead and type closer or farther in chat. Just do a quick vote. I should have just had you whisper them to me.
Yeah,
Alright,
I was
so it's
arguing a bit
pretty-
with myself.
Unanimous. Alright, so you will have them settle nearby the cloud giants.
Is there anything we can do to begin any kind of preparations that would help them? I mean, I guess a day isn't a big difference. Like once they're here permanently,
Yeah.
or at least for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you think you're in pretty good graces with Riddick and his people. I will say that cloud giants can be a bit chaotic sometimes, so that's
Wow.
another reason why you might consider not being as close to them. But yeah, like I said, it's
Wow.
up to you.
And there's possibility that the person the ones we killed and the spy that we snitched on have other allies that are still lurking.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's gonna be probably about 2 more days till your people get here. Do you want me to just try to
Oh,
pass
2,
the
okay.
time quickly?
Should we go back up and chat with Big
I
Bad
don't-
on the mesa?
I
We
think
should have
that's
offered
not-
him the weapon.
Yeah. I think that's probably not too worth doing until some of our representative come,
Okay.
so he can actually talk about the tithe with them and stuff like that.
All right. Do we want to do downtime then?
I mean, you certainly
half?
can spend 2 days doing downtime. If you want to just say you're like staying around the ship and waiting.
Yeah, the only thing I might do is send a quick message saying won't be able to settle at the mesa, but we have located an area.
Dosha might say, well, he'll say for this overlord, this storm giant, maybe there are other tasks we could perform to get in his good graces, like we
Ooh,
did for the
that's not a
cloud
bad idea.
giants. Perhaps he has things that he needs to do or needs done. Gabash would say, the storm giant needs no help from such small creatures.
I don't know. Your dude asked us for help, and we already performed a couple favors for him.
Actually, I might be misremembering, but I think Varkan did say that there were potential for things where smaller people would come more in handy. I could be misremembering though. But yeah, I definitely agree it's worth a check.
All right, so is that what you're going to do? You going to go talk to him?
Sure.
All right.
Do we take our new giant friend, or do we leave him with the ship? Let's take him.
Says I
He should
shall
fit in the ship anyway. Yeah.
stay where you wish of me. I don't know what this ship is, but I will defend it as best I can. Perhaps
I
if you
think
could
maybe
get me a weapon.
Yes, that is something we should look into.
Agreed.
All right.
Does he perk up at that at all?
He would just kind of nod. This guy
Okay.
seems pretty gruff. He doesn't do much excitement, but he just kind of gives you like maybe stoic nods every now and then.
I guess I meant more like any degree of like, oh, they're gonna give me a weapon, when maybe he expected that to be a hard no.
Give me an active insight.
I do one of those as well, honestly.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm curious as well.
So he did seem a little surprised.
God.
He seemed a little surprised and maybe a little excited, but he hit it pretty well. Like I said, most of his reactions are fairly stoic.
All right. Maybe we can get into some trouble and save his butt, and maybe he'll like us then. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, you're not sure how skilled he is as a weapon wielder compared to the rest of his people. He does seem a little
Especially
bit.
if he's been a slave for a while and hasn't been allowed to use weapons.
Yeah, he does seem a little stronger, like bigger than the other guys, and he's like has more scars on him, probably having to do with
A
whatever,
little more battle worn.
yeah, maybe a little more battle worn than some of these giants.
Okay.
So
right,
anyway, let's see. We're heading up to talk to Vorkarn.
We Eldwin, when we approach the mesa, perhaps you want to use your eyes to see whether or not the path we cleared has been re-erected.
No.
Actually, that's a valid point. Should we try and do something to send him a message, like sending or something like that first?
I mean, we could. Well, no reason to surprise him.
Yeah, and also maybe even ask what is the right way we should approach when we need to visit you. Although knowing whether or not he has replaced the wards would tell us whether or not he knows about us having removed them.
All right, is that what you're doing? Sending a message? Message spell, or sorry, sending spell?
Sorry, I got distracted by my mum for a second. Yeah, if everyone agrees with it, should I just send him a message saying we were wondering if there were any jobs you would like us to perform?
Or just that we want to, we'd like another audience with him, and we want to know the route that he prefers us approach his domain if we come to him.
So you send him a message, or with a sending spell. So you spend a 3rd level spell. He will reply. Stay where you are for. Are you near his mesa right now?
Yeah, I would probably send it once we started getting closer to it.
He'll say, approach the mesa and call my name. Scream loudly.
And if a giant calls it loud, then it's got to be really loud for our little lungs.
So is that what you're going to do? Like, kind of go over to the mesa and yell for him?
Yes.
All right.
3, 2, 1, and we all yell it together.
Vorkarn! So there is a moment of silence as it echoes through the open cave. And a moment after that, there is a crash of thunder from above as a lightning bolt strikes down, and Vorkarn stands up over you, and he says, "We shall speak, small ones. What do you wish to know?"
Greetings, Thunderous One. And I would relay that we have met with the other giant tribe and performed some tasks to aid them, and it has been settled that our people, when they arrive in 2 days, will settle nearby.
This is excellent. Riddick told me of the of his worry of this imposter taking over, or at least so he claimed to be an imposter. But whatever the feuding was, I'm glad you resolved it. You saved me some time having to deal with this.
We were curious if there was more to the story, but we were met with complete hostility and in disinterest in any discussions when we met him. So
Says the squabbles of cloud giants are beneath me, but as the overseer of this land, I do what I can to help when called upon.
So we have now a couple days until our people arrive, and we were interested to know if there are tasks that would make use of our time that would be beneficial to you.
You're wise to offer me your services, as being on my good side will benefit both you and your people. He says there are in fact a few things that you could do if you will be here in the meantime. There is an old ruin nearby, which is too small for me to enter, but I sense great magics from within. I wish you to go inside and find these magics and bring them to me. He says, whatever treasures you find, I will take 3 of the magics and leave you with whatever else is in there.
And if by some small chance there are fewer magics than 3, and that the great magics you sense are concentrated in fewer items, then
He says there are more than 3. I can tell you this. I sense it, but I don't know exactly how many.
Very good. I'm open to exploring this place. Do you have any more intel on it?
He says, no, it's too small for me to enter. I just sense magical energies coming from within.
I'll look around at the rest of the group to give them an opportunity to ask any questions or...
Any evidence of which culture made it? Like Elven or Dwarven?
He says, I do not know the history of the small ones. Perhaps you will know better when you see it.
The only thing I might do then is, unless anyone else is asking anything.
He says, I know that it is not Dwarven, as their people's architecture is well known to my kind.
No problems, then if you could just let us know where it is, then I think we're more than happy to have a look.
He says, I shall. I will give you access to the maps. And I'll say he pulls out a map, and you would see it's far to the west, kind of a ways away from the river.
Very good. This does give us something to pursue while we await the arrival of our people.
Says, if you have some time, then yes, work on this for me and bring me these magics. I wish to add them to my throne room. Did you bring Gabesh with you?
Yes.
No, did we?
Oh, well, he can't fit on the ship. So he would be standing outside the ship or with us, right?
He's if you brought him with you, he's been kneeling this whole time. He kind of like has his face down and is basically kneeling, yeah.
I won't say anything because I don't want to like draw attention on him that he might not welcome from the storm guy, but
yeah, the storm guy hasn't really acknowledged him or the fact that there's a giant with you.
Like, yeah.
Okay. So that is probably the most pressing thing that you could deal with, as I don't often get the aid of small ones with your skill set.
Very good.
Yeah, we can look into that, and if you have more things you'd like us to do afterwards, then I think we could definitely talk about that as well.
He says, I think that is all I need for the time being. And actually, did any of you have, like, story stuff you wanted to do? Like side quests?
In Revan's Pass.
Okay, so you have more stuff in Revan's Pass, alright.
Yeah, there was stuff we discussed that we never got to. We left there kind of in a hurry.
Yeah.
That story stuff, no.
I don't know about the others, yeah.
Alright. Well, he says, yeah, that's pretty much all he has right now. So, see what you can find out about these magics.
I'd definitely be interested to check it out.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright.
I mean, we're fresh. Well, I guess Andrea did ascending, but are we're feeling good about going ahead? Also, did we bring Seal and Dosha, or who else with us?
Andrea's gonna say, maybe we leave Sol behind.
Should we ask whether we can have a basic weapon for our... Since we have none of the size to fit him, perhaps nothing fancy or expensive.
It might be more worth asking the Cloud Giants.
He says,
Okay.
oh wait, are you doing this in the Mind Link?
Well, yeah, I would ask the others whether, but I don't want to go back to the others. I want to go on this mission, but yeah, I would ask the others in the Mind Link whether or not I should bring this up before I say it aloud.
I would say what I just said, but I would also say if you feel like asking, go for it. You're the more persuasive out of all of us.
Yeah, I mean, if he says no, he says no, but like the others didn't seem inclined to arm people they consider slaves. Okay.
Can't
So
hurt.
if go ahead.
I was just saying can't hurt.
All right. So if no one objects, Nasira would say, might we acquire a weapon of the size that is befitting giant ones so that we might further utilize the skills of our new guard. She'll gesture.
You wish to arm your slave? It's a risky venture, but I suppose
We have no need of slaves, but guards to join our number are welcome, and we have no weapons that would
he says
be adequate in his hand.
this one is marked as a slave by his tattoo. Has he been
Yes,
freed?
No, he has been
Traded for.
reassigned to us,
Hmm.
but the use that we have for him is less petty, less petty later and strategic. Guard. I don't know, guys, help me here. I don't know.
Guard.
Strategic. It does us no good to have those of our number who cower and are not ready for whatever may come. And
We need
thus,
combatants
all
more
who
than
travel with us
laborers.
are treated well and are given the ability to defend themselves and the rest of us.
He says, I do not just give away things like weapons. Do you have something to trade?
I, of course, did not intend for you to give anything of great value, but in our world, in our civilizations, you know, a basic sword or axe or weapon is, you know, of not great value, but of course is a very different size than anything that would be useful here, and that is why we thought you may have an armory of more basic weaponry. What type of value are you looking for in trade?
Give me a persuasion.
I'm not gonna help with this. You got the 0.
He says, do I look like someone who would carry standard weaponry? He says, I do have weapons, but they are all powerful. He says,
understood then.
large, powerful weaponry.
Understood. I did not necessarily mean to imply that you have common weaponry that you carry yourself, but more that you may have an armory of unused items. But understood completely. No worries at all. Thank you.
He says, if you do wish one of my stronger weapons, and you have treasures that you can trade for it, or magical treasures especially, I would be willing to make a trade for something worthy of in value.
This
Well,
is good to know.
Give him the boots.
I thought that you want to just give him the boots.
Nah. Yeah.
Do they need to be of an appropriate size for your use, or do you seek them for your own ability to trade with other?
He says, giant magical items are quite valuable, but I will also take trades of smaller items for the giant item, though I would ask for more.
Understood. Thank you for your consideration. We understand completely. We will be on our way and let you know of our progress and anything further that comes.
He nods and says, if you ever need to speak with me, just call my name, and I shall come to the bottom of the mesa.
Of course. Very good. We weren't
I'm
certain
there.
of the correct approach, so good to know.
So
He still
Give
hasn't
him
said
a bow
any.
before he leaves.
what are you doing?
I'm just saying, I give him a bow before like anyone leaves.
Andre.
Alright, so he gives you a nod as he turns and raises his fist, and there's a clap of thunder as he disappears.
All right, so I would assume we would start towards
Yeah, this area.
So our new yeah, I think we should keep him with us for now, even though he's not armed. Okay, yeah, let's go. I was gonna say, do we want to leave our guy somewhere? But
He says, I can help defend your camp while you go into this area. it sounds like giants cannot fit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So via bond, I would just say, like, I hope that he will understand that, you know, his life may be better with us than as a slave in due time, and we can arm him and give him the comforts that all others who travel with us get. But as we have just met him last night, and he was hesitant to serve small ones, do we want to leave him at camp? I don't know. That was my
I
first.
don't think he's going to betray us, especially while we're still in the area where the person he sees as like his slave master still is.
And this is in your heads or out loud?
In our heads, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, at least I said that I was speaking via the bond, so.
He says, well, all right, now he doesn't say anything. Never mind.
All right, then, very well. Since you cannot fit where we are going, then I guess it would be better for you to remain at our camp. So
I will guard your camp then.
And can we kind of like give him instructions, since he was instructed to serve us? If we kind of give him instructions to like follow the lead of like, who do we have in camp? I don't remember.
We probably told, maybe while we were at
Ellen or Scarlet or Miriam are
yeah.
character, I guess, because we don't really have. I mean, we have 7 guards, so presumably there's like a more or less someone who's stepped into a leadership role there. So we kind of give him a name of one of our camp people he's to answer to, and let's leave him at camp. Oh,
Okay.
slave. I don't like that word. We're gonna change that soon. But first, let's make him like us.
Okay. So yeah, he would join your camp, very much increasing your carrying capacity.
Nice.
All right.
And we'll start him.
So the group is traveling towards this place. Give me a sorry, give me a survival.
With us since we're still short and seal.
It's up to you. I mean, kind of meta-wise, like the encounters that you hit kind of depend on how many people you have a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, I
having
think
more
we should
people. Oh, go ahead.
Considering we're so short on nature, I do think taking Dosha with us helps on the survival checks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely and that's what I was gonna say. But having more people gives you access to more skills and stuff. So, what about Seal? Are you taking them both or just Dosha?
I think I'll leave Seal this time.
All right, so
After
he's
the
staying-
fireball incident, Unvia seconds that.
He says, "I apologize, Elwyn. I was excited to finally use flame again. I did
I
not
know,
know
I know.
Anvir would be so close."
If the new giant causes any trouble, you're allowed to fireball him. But only if he puts our
Don't
people
say
in
that.
He is very large. What's trouble? What does that count as?
it causes danger to one of our people.
Oh, okay. I'll fireball him, though. I think he would win that fight. He's very big.
So you must be very cautious and only do it in the worst of circumstances.
All right. So give me.
I should not be instructing your demon, Eldwin.
He can't even understand you.
That's true.
Well,
That's
you guys
true.
are using
Forget that.
telepathy, right?
That's
True, I guess he would be connected as the link.
Yeah. All right. So give me another survival, or yeah, I guess just survivals. That's all you have is 2 survival rolls. Oh, there you go. All right. So this time you are doing much better. Give me a moment to check something. Okay. So you notice as you're getting further west, the tunnels are starting to shrink a bit. It's getting harder for the giant to follow.
Didn't we leave him behind?
I thought so too.
Oh right, he's with your camp. Never mind. So yeah, he would. It wouldn't matter. So checking something really quick.
Oh crap! I completely forgot I'm journalist day.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Be like
Fine.
that.
I stopped like after the combat.
Not too bad.
So, Anvir, with your passive perception, as you're traveling, you notice kind of in one of the side caves something that catches your eye. There are strange-looking kind of overturned pillars. This doesn't look like something that's natural.
I would like heed the group for a second so we can have a look at them.
Like some kind of broken support structures. Give me... Okay, so you are going to go check these out?
Yeah.
Alright, give me a history check. Also investigation. Either of those might tell you something here, and anyone can make these.
History of what?
Investigation.
I'm bad at both. Apparently not.
So as you get closer, yeah, you'd see like several overturned columns. Like they look almost like support structures, but they're positioned really weird. And I'll say LJ would kind of notice that it looks like they came from an above cave, like the cave above broke and like these came falling through. So if you look up above, there's looks like some ruins up there. So maybe like a large structure kind of collapsed downward, sending several pieces of the structure into this area.
Close to... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let's see. 19 history. Anvir, you think these are actually dwarven. They look Tharian to you.
Tharian meaning.
The
Dwarven.
Tharians were was a dwarven empire that existed during the 12th cycle. Basically the one right before the last cataclysm.
So
But-
compared to some of the ruins we've seen, these are fairly recent.
I
Yeah.
think we've been in Tharian ruins before, I think, in this group.
I don't know if you have actually.
Oh, okay. That
Maybe in
we're all
Revan's
over.
Pass?
I mean, you definitely have in other games, but not in this
Right.
world, I don't think.
Oh, okay. So the dwarven stuff that we've seen in this world was older dwarves.
I think we've mainly seen elven stuff.
Yeah.
And Yanti and yeah.
I think the only dwarven thing we've seen is maybe some of the underground stuff in Revan's Pass.
But yeah, the way these ruins are, it makes you think that something sank into the earth and collapsed.
Do we think?
Yeah.
Like, how close are we to the ruins that we're supposed to be investigating? Do we think they
You're
could be
kind of
connected?
in the area, so they're somewhere nearby. Maybe this
But
is
he was-
related to those somehow.
He seemed sure they weren't dwarven, didn't he?
That's what he said. Unless he doesn't know much about Tharian architecture.
Yeah.
So it does look like you can climb up into the like cave above and like get a closer look at these ruins if you wanted to. But again, this
Okay.
isn't kind of why you're here. This is something else. So
Do you wanna? Do we wanna?
Should we stay or should
Uh,
we go now?
Where?
Do we wanna keep this place in our mind and trek on?
I kind of want to have a quick look, because what if it's only like a tiny thing?
Fair enough.
Have a quick look just to see how big of an area this might turn out to be, and then decide from there, maybe.
Alright, so it's not an easy climb to get up there, as it's kind of a sheer surface. It's about a 40-foot climb to get up into the next antechamber that's kind of above the cave here. So, do you have ropes?
I have the ability to jump.
Okay, well that'll get you up there. I guess if you
The
have,
rope.
I guess if
Wonder
you have
if we'll
a,
fly.
yeah, if you have flight and like if you all have flight and spider climb, I guess you could just get up there.
Yeah, I'll use my steps of night. to
Okay,
just fly
Yeah.
so
up.
that'll,
I can,
yeah,
I
that'll
can
get
catch
you
No,
up
but
there.
if we
fly
don't have rope.
myself.
Well, Dosha can probably piggyback on one of us, huh?
Dosha does have some rope, so he can get up there slower.
Okay.
I can jump up there first, attach the rope to something, and pull Dosha up.
Can you jump 40 feet? Or
Running
you
and
more meant
jumping.
like jump and climb?
No, jumping.
Oh,
Running and jumping tripled my jump distance.
does it triple your jump height? I think it
I
does, but that
believe-
would still only be like 15 foot. Like, you basically become Mario at the Ring of Jumping. Like, boot. But I don't think you
Yeah,
can jump
I
40
become
feet.
Mario. I become Mario. doing
Because I
this.
think your jump height is like your bonus, like your strength bonus times something, which
It's hold on. It's based off your strength score and how tall your character is.
oh geez, why did they make it difficult?
Where's my height?
So your long jump is
Your strength score. Well,
yeah,
if
and
you
then
have a
your
running
high
jump.
jump's weird.
What is it?
So it says here, if you've got a strength score of 20 and you're 6 foot, you can reach up and grab something 17 feet off the ground.
Okay, but
With
they
a
don't give
running
any.
So-
start.
With a running start. Without
You
a
can
running
grab-
start, I can high jump 12 feet off the ground. With a running, it would be 24 feet off the ground.
All right, so you
Um,
could
with
jump up
triple-
there. Or go ahead.
So from what I'm reading here, tripling the distance, it would be like what, 45 feet up. You could reach something.
Well, you just said 12 feet, so that would be
12 feet without a running start, but with a running start, it'd be 24 feet for a high jump, and I can reach and grab something up to 33.1 feet
Wait.
off the ground.
that's longer than your long jump. Where are you getting this?
Jump calculator with my actual height.
Without a running start, yeah, you can actually reach up higher than your long jump.
are
It's
there-
weird.
Are there ledges and platforms and handholds all the way up the 40 feet?
Yeah, it's kind of a sheer surface, but
So then Nasira can run up it. She can run 100 feet and around without spending any key, and 150 spending key. As long as there don't even have to be any handholds or ledges as long as she has a place to stop after the end of her turn.
It's
So-
so much bullcrap.
So honestly, I think easier than figuring out the jump. Let's just, if you guys want, if we've decided we want to go up there, give me a rope and I'll run up there with it and secure it.
I'm Mario jumping.
so when you make a high jump, you could leap a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier.
Yeah, so you can only jump 8 feet.
So you can jump 8 feet, and if you have the ring, you can jump 16 feet. I don't know where you guys are getting your information.
This
I
is a
didn't think-
calculator
I was like, there's no
assuming
way
you've
you're
got
jumping
20
up there
feet.
straight, like vertical jump, 40 feet.
So the thing is, but what it says is you can extend your arms half your height. So, like, how tall are you?
6'1".
So if you jump, what did I say? You would jump 8. So if you jumped 3 times that, that would be 24, and then you could reach another 9 feet up. So that'd be 31. So you could actually get
But
pretty high.
Are you counting for the ring of jumping?
That doesn't
Yes.
triple your how high you can reach. It just triples the 8. So you could jump 24 feet, then you're 6 feet above that, and then you reach another 3 feet with your arms. Does that make sense? So your height doesn't triple. It just triples. It just gets added on to the, how high up you jumped, which would be the 24 feet. So that
Yeah, I
would be.
think we're both getting the same calculation. We're just talking about it differently.
Well, you said something like 45 feet, which would be a little too high.
24
was-
feet is my high jump.
That was me going off this bit, which says you can reach and grab something 17 feet.
Yeah, so basically all this means is you add your 1.5 times your height to whatever you jump. Because that's like basically you reaching up and grabbing above the height. So, all right, so go ahead and make an athletics check. Sorry
if
for
I
that
fail
little,
this,
it shouldn't
It'll
be
be very
too
funny.
too hard for you. Well,
oh my. What's my No, I'm done with the balls on for saves.
I
Fuck.
mean, yeah. Do you have anything you can add to that? So
I could re-roll it, but I want the LJ went on his ass.
all right. So if you jump up, what did I say?
It's gonna be
24
something
feet.
hefty.
You
Yep,
try to
all that
grab, but you slip and come falling back down.
What?
Taking 8 points of bludgeoning. You can't reduce that. You just kind of like pinwheel and slam back into the ground down below in the cave.
Okay.
The giant
said-
Gabesh just starts laughing. Oh wait, he's not there.
Okay.
Never mind. He can't follow you in here.
Osha's laughing.
No, Dosha wouldn't laugh. He'd be like, "Are you okay?"
Zero would laugh.
My papa
Sierra's
said,
laughing. Yeah.
Get off your ass. Try it again.
All right, go ahead. There you go. So yeah, you this time grab on and
Meanwhile,
climb up.
Nasira runs up ahead of him and stands there tapping her foot, watching
Yeah,
him come.
Nasira's already up top, waiting. What
I'm
about
just
the rest of
standing in
you?
the air.
Oh, you're flying. That's right. So you used
Yeah,
your
yeah.
Andrew's just floating there.
yeah, you
Yeah,
used
hold
your
on.
steps of night and just flew up. And Eldwin, how'd you get up?
It's like I was gonna cast fly on myself.
Okay, so you use this flight spell. Yeah, so that would get you all up. But yeah, we do have to end here. So give me MVP votes. Yeah, you basically needed a 15 not to fall. So you almost fell a second time. That was some terrible rolls.
It'd be even more funny then.
Just keep falling.
Who do I vote for?
Nasira gives LJ a lecture on like why the possibility of being able to do something doesn't outweigh the other methods that may be at our hands that are more assured.
To you, he's listening. To everyone else who sees behind him, he's just mocking you. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah, except my perception is better than yours, so I'm pretty sure you're not like pulling anything by me.
It's plus
Yeah.
one either way, so.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
noticed you. I think.
LJ doesn't know that.
I
Who do
think I
vote
need
for?
2 more votes.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
waiting for me. I'm trying to figure out who to vote for.
Did you see the vote that I put in?
I did.
Okay, because it was a little before you called for the rolls, so.
Oh, fuck it.
Alright, so Eldwin with 3 votes, you are MVP. Well done.
Thank-
Clean sweep.
Yeah, good job, everyone. Some good RP, some good fighting, good game. I just
Yeah, that's all.
hope everything's okay with Johan.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I'm gonna go. Ciao.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Take care.
Night.
Just finishing up my journal.
I need to finish taking these notes.
Literally, the end of my journal is we decide to climb up and check. LJ falls on his ass.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Had to call him out. That's too easy. I'll catch you next week, Lou.
Yeah, see you then. Have a good week.
Have a nice night, man.
Yeah, you too. What's that guy's name? His name is. Vorkarn. That's right. Okay, it's done.